Insurance, Prosser Career Education Center, the People's Bank, S&B Wall Covering, Jackson County Dental, New Legacy Group, Family Drug, Pizza Palace, Jackson Live and Event Center, Saiho Insurance, Connor Smith Eye Center, Schneck Ortho and Sports Medicine, Schneider Plumbing and Heating, Beatty Insurance, BSM Group and UTB Protection, JC Bank, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, and Prosperity Financial Group.
We begin our coverage tonight with the pregame show. We join the voice of the Seymour Owls, Jay Hubbard.
Tonight from Panther Stadium on the campus of Jennings County High School in North Vernon, Indiana, this is Seymour Owls football. Tonight, the Owls are on the road as they battle the Panthers from Jennings County High School. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jay Hubbard, and welcome to our coverage of high school football here on 92.7 WXKU. Seymour comes in with a record of 0-6. The Owls lost last week to Brownstown Central 59-13. The game was tied at 7 after one quarter of play, but the Braves blitzed Seymour 42-0 in the second quarter and rolled to a victory that had a running clock at halftime. Meanwhile, Jennings County is 2-4 on the season. After a winless season last year, the Panthers have already made some improvements this season, but last week were overmatched at Bedford, losing by a score of 63-0. On tonight's edition of the pregame show, we'll preview the Panthers. We'll talk with Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Manns in our weekly athletic report. We'll have our Hoosier Hills Conference report, as we always do, and recap Seymour fall sports. Up next, though, we look back to last week's game with Brownstown Central. Tonight from Jennings County, it's the Seymour Owls and the Jennings County Panthers. And you're listening to Seymour football on a Friday night here on 92.7 WXKU.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlinsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Tired of being just another number at the big banks? At the People's Bank, you're more than an account. You're a neighbor, a friend, and part of the community. We know your name when you walk in, and your goals matter to us. Switch today and experience banking the way it should be. Local decisions, personalized service, and people who truly care. Big banks see customers. We see family. Stop by one of our 4 locations to make the switch today. The People's Bank. Banking with heart. Banking where you belong. Member FDIC.
Back on our pregame show from North Vernon, where the Owls and the Jennings County Panthers ready to do battle here tonight. So we look back to last Friday's matchup when Seymour welcomed in their county rivals, Brownstown Central. And the Owls got the ball first, were stopped on the first 3 plays from scrimmage, but then had some trickery right off the bat. As Aaron Holtz, who's done a great job punting the football this year, has done a really good job, takes a snap. And they fake it. They throw it up to Hawkins. He's going to have a first down at the 45, across midfield, and into Brownstown territory to the 48-yard line. Unfortunately, Seymour couldn't do anything with it, had to punt it away. Brownstown scored on their first possession, and it was capped off by a 10-yard touchdown run by Trey Sweeney. Extra point was good, and the Braves were up 7-0. On Seymour's next possession, the Owls faced a 4th and 1 at their own 38-yard line. They went for it. Takes the snap, He kept it himself. He's got first down. He's got room. Midfield. 40. He may go. 30. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. 62 yards. Max Coates takes it to the house. What a call. He faked the handoff, kept it himself, and he went. And when he got in the open, there was nobody there. He had everyone faked out, including this 53-year-old up here. Wow, what a call and what a great play by Max Coates.
Adrian Medina's extra point was good, and the Owls had tied it up at 7-7 in the first quarter. But that would be the end of the highlights for Seymour in the first half, and Brownstown would have a memorable second quarter. The Braves would score 6 times in the second period. A 39-yard run by Preston Garrison, followed up by a 7-yard run by Micah Sheffer, a 3-yard run by Sheffer, a 2-yard run by Sweeney, a 72-yard punt return by Garrison, and a 36-yard pass from Micah Sheffer to Preston Garrison. In between all of this, the Owls fumbled a kickoff. Brownstown hit a kickoff that went off a Seymour player, and the Braves recovered. And then the Braves had a pooch kick that they recovered at the Seymour 34-yard line. 6 touchdowns in the second quarter, 1 blocked extra point, but a 2-point conversion. And it went from a 7-7 halftime game to 42-7, or I beg your pardon, 49-7 at halftime. Unbelievable. In the second half, Brownstown got the ball first. They scored on their opening possession. And I beg your pardon, they did not score on their opening possession. They drove down into Seymour territory, but the Owls defense came up with the play.
Sheffer is going to give it to Sweeney, tries to bounce it to the outside. And he lost the football. Lost the football. The Owls say they have it. And they do have it. Nehemiah Jones is the one who forced the fumble. And I didn't see who came up with the football. Was it Braden Riley? Braden Riley got the fumble recovery. So the Braves.
Unfortunately, the Owls would turn the ball back over to Brownstown on the ensuing possession, and then the Braves would score a 6-yard run by Dunn. The extra point was good, and Brownstown extended their lead to 56-7. The Braves would add a field goal in the fourth quarter to make it 59-7 when the Owls special team made a big play.
Took a hesitation there. Take it. You're the nephew. Alex, take it. The 10, the 5, touchdown, Milliken. I had to do that. Alex Milliken just returned the kickoff 85 yards for a touchdown. And his Uncle Jeff called the last 20 yards.
That was an 85-yard kickoff return by Alex Milliken. The extra point was no good. It was 59-13, and that's how things would end. Coach Tyson Moore about the game on the Coaches Show last night.
We played very strong in the first quarter, being able to control the clock and kind of stick to our game plan. Obviously, things didn't go perfect, but we had done enough to take it into a tie going into the second quarter. I definitely think it helped us momentum-wise, but as you said, the bottom kind of fell out. Wheels went rolling off in the second quarter, and it seemed like everything that could go wrong went wrong, and we just it was one thing after another, and we realized we had dug ourselves too big of a hole to get out of. So it was unfortunate, but we knew going into it they were a good football team, and we were going to have to play our best football. And by no means did I think we got anywhere remotely close to that, but that's sometimes what happens when you're playing a good football team.
Statistically, for the Owls, Max Coates, 4 of 6 passing for 25 yards. Coates ran the ball 5 times for 55 yards, including that touchdown run. Trayshawn Hawkins, 8 carries for 43 yards. Leading receiver was Jackson Fox, catching 2 balls. The Braves were dominant in the ball game, 38 carries for 371 yards total as a team. That was 9.76 a carry. It was a dominant performance that Brownstown would win 59-13. We'll turn the page. Jennings County, the opponent tonight. Our scouting report a little bit later on in our pregame show. Up next, our fall sport recap, including regional action for girls golf and sectional action for boys tennis. That coming up. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your Fairy Tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous Fairy Tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love. From the Tooth Fairy.
New Legacy Wealth Management understands the significance of financial planning and the impact it has on your future. Our location in Seymour, New Legacy Wealth Management, makes it easy to navigate your needs. Hi, I'm Matt DeSablon, and together we can personalize financial strategies, helping you with retirement, education, savings, and investment growth. Working with a professional not only ensures you're making informed decisions, peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy Wealth Management. To start building your legacy today, call us at 812-271-2000.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Time now to check our fall sport recap as we check in with other high school fall sports around Seymour High School. Girls golf team on Saturday finished 7th in the regional at Country Oaks Golf Course in Montgomery. Bedford North Lawrence won with a 332. Castle was second with a 327 and Bar Reeve a 345. Seymour finished 7th with a 372. Shayna Spray shot an 83, Emmy Followell an 86, Caitlin Gibson a 101, Caroline Dennis a 102, and Brooklyn Howe a 105. Just a side note, after 9 holes, the Lady Owls were in 3rd place. So an excellent way to finish the season for Seymour girls golf. Coach Jim Hoffman and the ladies, congratulations. Boys tennis team competing in the sectional this week at Bedford North Lawrence. On Wednesday, the Owlnetters easily beat Brownstown Central 5-0, winning Carter Stein, Dane Thompson, and Gus Henry in singles. Sean Taguchi, Braylon Busby at 1 doubles, Gage Hillian and Max Payne at 2 doubles. Last night, Seymour beat Bedford North Lawrence 4-1, winning again in straight sets at all 3 singles positions. Stein, Thompson, and Henry, and the 1 doubles team was a winner, Sean Taguchi and Braylon Busby. As we speak, Seymour is playing Trinity Lutheran for the sectional championship. We'll give you an update during our broadcast tonight on how the Owls do in that championship match, so good luck to them. Cross-country teams on Saturday ran in the Bedford North Lawrence Invitational. The girls finished 2nd, the boys 4th. In the boys' race, Bloomington North won with Floyd Central 2nd and Center Grove 3rd. Seymour scored 95 points. Caleb Jablonski was 9th. Abram Goldsberry 12th. Micah Jablonski 16th and Ryder Thompson 28th. Girls finished 2nd with 64 points behind Center Grove's 42. Chloe Jablonski was 4th. Anne-Marie Schuler 6th. Emma Dorio 8th. And Ada Shepman was 26th. Girls volleyball had one match. That was a Tuesday night affair at Brownstown Central. The Lady Owls lost in straight sets Girls soccer team Saturday lost at Franklin 3-1. Katie Rourke scored Seymour's goal. Monday dropped a 6-2 decision to Madison. Ella Brock had both of Seymour's goals, but the Lady Owls wrapped up the regular season with a hard-worked 3-1 victory at Columbus East last night. Katie Rourke had 2 goals. Ella Brock 1. Seymour finishes the season 4-10-1. They'll begin sectional play Thursday at Seymour against Jennings County. And the boys soccer team tied Greenwood on Tuesday 1-1. And then last night on senior nights, celebrated with a 4-0 victory over Bedford North Large, scoring all 4 goals in the second half. Parkinson Paul, Brandon Martinez, and Kirby Tourmalin had Seymour's goals. The Owl Netters finished the season, the Owl Booters finished the season at 7-6-2. They'll begin sectional play on Monday at Floyd Central against the Highlanders. And that's your rundown of Seymour High School fall sports. Up next, our weekly conversation with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Manns. You're listening to Seymour Football Tonight on 92.7 WXKU. Seymour's place for live entertainment is Jackson Live and Event Center. Check out this schedule coming up on Friday, October 10th. J.D. Shelburne, 7 p.m. Greg Perkins and the Jackson Live Band, Saturday, October 11th. Jimmy Allen, Thursday, October the 23rd. And make plans now to attend Seymour Strikes Midnight, New Year's Eve celebration at Jackson Live and Event. For tickets to all of these events and more, log on to jacksonliveandevents.com.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get SciHo Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with SciHo Insurance Services. At SciHo, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at sciho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become SciHo Smart.
Many people do not know that our eyes tell a lot about our health. That is why at Connor Smith Eye Center, Drs. Smith, Lambring, and Brooks believe it is very important to have a complete eye exam once a year. If you are diabetic, you are more likely to develop retinal damage to the eye. With a regular eye exam, your eye doctor can monitor the symptoms leading to this problem. Do not wait until it's too late. Visit their website at connorsmitheyecenter.com for more information or call for an appointment today. 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Time for our athletic report as we talk with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Manns. The fall sports season, we got a lot of tournament play to talk about tonight, Kirk. First, I do want to compliment the girls golf team. They finished 7th at the regional, and I think after 9 holes, they were in 3rd place, which was tremendous. But again, 3 of the 5 girls had their personal best, and you can't ask for much more than that.
Pac-9 blew up a little bit, but the year went, as you said, kids continue to get better. Coach Hoffman, again, does a great job with them and teaching and sticking with them. And so, that's over already, which is kind of crazy to think. So, but last night was a great night on campus for us. We had our last boys soccer match last night against Bedford, and 4-0 win there, and we're heading into the girls won at Columbus East last night as well. So heading into the sectional next week for girls soccer and boys soccer, and we have our tennis team playing for a sectional championship tonight, and so we're looking forward to tonight's tennis. We're looking forward to next week's soccer sectional and getting tournament play going.
And also want to mention cross country running in the Hoosier Hills Conference tomorrow at Floyd Central.
Yes, and that's this week as well. And what always follows the Hoosier Hills Conference cross country meet is a sectional the following week. So, and both our girls and boys have had a good year, and can't say enough about our coaches there, veteran coaches Spencer Sunbury and Randy Fife, and they're cornerstones. And when it comes to the track and field and the cross country and all of that. So we're very fortunate. Again, I say this a lot, but we have a lot of coaches that we're very fortunate to have.
One thing, Kirk, that obviously, as we talked about fall sports,
the one thing that a lot of people don't realize is how much work some of the off-season sports put in during the off-season. For instance, like girls and boys basketball, you have opportunities to work with the kids that are not involved. There's always something to do from an athletic standpoint as far as sports if you're not involved in a fall sports.
All our sports in the off-season, the Indiana High School Athletic Association names it limited contact, which basically means you can work with kids certain periods of the time, certain periods during the year, a couple days a week, a few hours a week, and they limit that, which is good. It's good for the kids, it's good for the coaches, and it's good not to be doing something year-round. But, you know, our winter sports have been involved in that, as well as our spring sports. They've been involved in that. So we keep the kids busy. That's the positive part of it. The kids can continue to keep going. If they're not in a fall sport, we do encourage multiple sport athletes at Seymour. We always have, and I think our coaches get behind that pretty well, and don't get too selfish with it, and that's hard to do sometimes.
All right, looking forward to hopefully a winning night tonight for the football team. Certainly could use a victory against Jennings County. As always, Kirk, I appreciate the time. I know it's an off day on Friday, and you came in to talk with me anyway. I feel privileged.
Go Owls. Thanks, Jerry.
That's our athletic report with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Manns. Up next, a conversation with Jennings County head coach Jason Burton in our scouting report. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at BeattyInsurance.com. Beatty Insurance, we are here when you need us.
Back here on our pregame show as we continue to count down to kick off the Owls and the Jennings County Panthers here tonight. From North Vernon, let's talk about our opponent, Jennings County, and our scouting report. They come in with a record of 2-4. Officially, they're 3-3. They played a game against Beech Grove and lost 44-0, but Beech Grove had to forfeit their first three games because of an ineligible player. Their wins against Eastern Pekin 27-2 and Madison 41-20. They're coming off a shutout loss to Bedford North Lawrence 63-0. As a matter of fact, 3 of their 4 losses this year have been shutouts. They're coached by Jason Burton. He's in his second year as the Jennings County head coach, and I had a chance to talk with him earlier this week. Here was our conversation. All right. Well, Coach Burton, first of all, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. Obviously, as you look at this year, last year you weren't able to win a game. This year you've gotten 2 victories. Obviously, things are starting to improve a little bit. Talk a little bit about how the season's gone so far for the Panthers.
Yeah, it's a long process in rebuilding a football program. We're making progress each and every week. We look back at last year, we were very, very young and inexperienced, brought a lot of those kids back. So just the natural progression those kids are making has been a good sign. This year, we're continuing to get better each week, and we've been fortunate enough to be competitive most weeks and to get a couple wins. We got a good win over Eastern Pekin and over Madison, so it was nice to get a couple wins on the board for our kids this year.
Yeah, you look at your ball club, and you still are playing some sophomores and juniors, but those kids have had some varsity experience, so despite the grade level, they are 1 year older as far as that goes, as far as experience goes.
Yeah. The bulk of our team is sophomores and juniors. We have some seniors that have been really great program kids that have stuck in as part of the process. But, a lot of our production does come from that sophomore and junior class in all three phases of the game. They're a good group of kids that have bought into what we're doing. And, like you said, a year older, a year stronger, a year faster, and a year with a little more football experience goes a long way.
Coach, talk a little bit about your quarterback, Brady Franks. Even though he's a sophomore, he looks like that he has maybe a little bit more comfortable this year under center.
Yeah, he took over for us about halfway through last year. I think actually his first start was going into the Seymour week last year. He's a kid who gets better and better every week. He's a tough-minded kid. He's still developing as a passer, but he has some natural athleticism that he's put on display this year in the run game. He's a kid that's going to have a pretty good 4 years here. We're just beginning to scratch the surface on what Brady can do, but really pleased with his progress so far.
Defensively, Coach, I know you made some strides this year. I know it was a struggle last week against Bedford, but still you gave up just 2 points and essentially a shutout against Eastern Pekin. And I thought the Madison game, I think defense, is that something you're happy with the improvement as well?
Yes. Again, the overall progress we're making, both physically in regards to strength and speed, and then our football skill developments. It's on display in all three phases this year for us, and it's an ongoing process. But we're happy with that progress that we've made defensively. We spent a lot of time this offseason really simplifying what we wanted to do defensively, and spending a lot of time in the classroom with our kids, just making sure we're all on the same page, and that's played huge dividends this year for us.
I know you want to run the football. I think that's your primary concern. Obviously, to do that, you've got to have a good offensive line. Are you pleased with their progress?
Yeah. It's another group that's doing the right things. We're playing some young kids on the offensive line as well. We play 2 freshmen that will rotate in our top 7 offensive line group, and we've got some juniors in there as well. So just kids that are just getting better each week and have really focused in on learning our system and just continuing to get better.
What are your thoughts of Seymour, Coach, your opponent tonight? What have you seen on film that you like?
A lot of people are going to see their record and not think the highest of them, but it's extremely misleading. Seymour's a quality ball club. They're well coached, and they do a lot of things really well. The wing T stuff they've moved to this year, I think they're pretty dang good at it. And, they've got some athletes they want to get the ball to. So, it's going to be a tough matchup for us and one that we're looking forward to the challenge. But, this is a Seymour team that's much better than the record indicates.
Is there a particular key for your ball club tonight that you feel like that you have to do?
Yeah, we got to contain their running back, number 3. I'm spacing his name right now, but number 3 has done some good things for him. Their quarterback's really athletic, so we've got to contain those 2 in their run game. We've got to be in check in the secondary whenever they go play action. And then offensively, we've just got to be physical and not let some of their size and speed disrupt our tracks.
Coach Jason Burton of the Jennings County Panthers. Coach, appreciate the time. Continued success as you build that program over there at Jennings County.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
The Owls have won 9 straight against Jennings County. Last time the Panthers went was in 2015. As a matter of fact, former Seymour coach Rick Zimmerman was the head coach at that time. Opponents' records, Seymour's opponents' records are 23-13. Jennings County's 17-19. Both teams 0-2 against common foes. Sagarin, Seymour is 205th overall. Jennings County 272nd overall. The Owls have dominated this series long haul in the last 40 years. Seymour has a 36-6 record. We look forward to the matchup here tonight. We'll take a break. When we come back, our coach of the week is defensive coach Alex Holt. We'll talk with Alex coming up in just a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships, online at bobboyner.com.
Our pregame show continues, and our coach of the week is Alex Holt. Alex is a defensive back coach and spends some time working with the secondary at practice. I think how many years now on the coaching staff, Alex? 2 or 3?
I think this makes year 3.
Year 3, that's
yes,
what I
sir.
thought.
Yeah.
So helping out, first of all, let's talk about the defensive backs. I know initially you kind of were dealt a big blow early with the loss of Charlie Rocky. That was a guy that you were obviously going to count on over the course of the season. But tell me about the guys that are back there right now and how they played this year.
Yeah, first of all, with Charlie, wishing the best for him as far as his recovery. He was a standout guy for us, a vocal guy in the backfield that really took charge of the secondary. And we made it a challenge to the other guys that it's time to step up and make your role into things. So we've changing the defense up a little bit with primarily one safety in the corners. We've moved some guys around, but guys have stepped up to the challenge, and Coach Montana and I at DBs have really tried to gear a lot of the daily drills and who we're playing that week to try to put us in the best position possible. So the guys have taken challenge to it, and they responded well. We've had some ups and downs for sure, but we just continue to fight and do the basics and try to work through it.
You've had some really some nice play this year from some guys. Alex Milliken had 2 interceptions in the Bedford North Lawrence game. Cooper Smith's had some INTs. Anytime those guys can get some turnovers, that's a big deal, and it's a momentum builder sometimes for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, the team, we're not as offensively dominated as we were in the past, right? So when you can get those turnovers on defense, man, it makes the difference in the world. So when you can have guys like Milliken, who we really challenge a lot to go out and be a ball hawk. I mean, playing receiver, right? He goes out and he makes great catches. So no reason why he can't do that on defense. And guys like Cooper Smith and Charlie Bruce, those guys, they're kind of first year varsity starters, right? So they're kind of new to the speed of varsity, but they responded well and they play hard. And that's all we ask is you guys come out and you play hard and you fly around and it'll do itself. So.
Yeah, we think about defensive backs, you always think about pass coverage and things like that, and obviously that's an important part of the position, but tackling is also another big part. And anytime teams like run a sweep or you bring your corners in, those guys have to be just as good of tacklers as the linebackers are, especially, and sometimes they're the last line of defense before a 60-yard run if those guys can get a tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and in credit to Coach Montana, he's emphasized some more tackling drills through the week here of late, and it's a risk reward, right? Because the last thing you want to do is injure guys on tackling drills, but how are you going to get better at tackling if you don't practice it during the week? So kind of walking a fine line there, but we ask a lot of the secondary. It's hey, you need to be able to play arguably what I think is probably one of the toughest positions on the field. You're playing everything backwards, right? So, you got to be able to be good in pass coverage, and then also come down and help in the run game. A team like Bedford who threw the ball all over the place. The run game wasn't as big, but obviously a team like Brownstown who ran the ball quite a bit. You got to ask that your DBs that they stay home and they do their job and be able to come down and make good tackles. So yeah, open field tackling is huge, and if we can really key in on that, it's going to help us here throughout the rest of the season.
You haven't. It's not too long ago that you played here, so you're still. I consider you are still a relatively young guy, so you obviously can relate to the players, maybe be more so. But I know with your new job with the North Vernon Police Department, it's still an opportunity for you to teach the game, and I know you love to be a part of football, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was no question that I still wanted to be around, even on a volunteer level, still be here and be around the guys, because I know the junior class this year, they came in as freshmen when I first started here, and you kind of have a sentimental value to those guys, right? Because you've seen them grow up and start at that freshman level to most of them now starting on the varsity side. So yeah, it's a huge huge opportunity and a huge honor for me to get to be a small piece in these guys' lives and try to be a role model for them. Whether it's not in the same county that I work, it's I still try to value a lot of these guys in their careers, and just try to make them to be the best guys that they can be, and shape them into good men hopefully in the future. So
with your fellow officers, is this a bragging rights game Friday night?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, you could say that. They've tried to poach me over to Jennings here in the last few months since I've been employed there, and I say, guys, I bleed purple, so that's a tough ask,
And have your younger brother as a senior being a part of the team. I think I asked you this last year. That's really a cool thing to be a part of the program along with a relative, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's everything for me. I mean, when I joined the staff, I guess 2-3 years ago, I think he was a sophomore. And obviously, I love the game and love being a part of it. And I get to coach with guys that I played with, and Gavin and Allen, and then Coach Wolf. He was I think he was a defensive line coach when I played. So and then Coach Montana as well. So there's a lot of connections there. But the biggest thing for me was getting to be around Aaron and kind of coach him up. And maybe some days he doesn't like to see my face or hear what I have to say. But to his credit, as he's grown up, he's been able to take a lot of criticism and coaching, which only makes him a better player. And super proud of him and his accomplishments and kind of what he's been asked to do over the years. And he hasn't taken it back to it. He fires along and he does what he's told. So
Alex Holt, our coach of the week, as always, I appreciate the time. Congratulations, by the way, on your new position, and continued success coaching football at this level.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. Happy to be here and appreciate you having me on.
You bet. Up next, our conference commissioners report, along with a Hoosier Hills Conference report, as we continue on our pregame here on this Friday night. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stahl Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stahl Insurance at 812-524-0692, or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Tired of being just another number at the big banks? At the People's Bank, you're more than an account. You're a neighbor, a friend, and part of the community. We know your name when you walk in, and your goals matter to us. Switch today and experience banking the way it should be. Local decisions, personalized service, and people who truly care. Big banks see customers. We see family. Stop by one of our 4 locations to make the switch today. The People's Bank. Banking with heart. Banking where you belong. Member FDIC.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads, or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, thanks for taking time to join us. Appreciate it. Man, what a busy time of year. Golf championships coming up at Prairie View. Soccer starts on Monday. Volleyball pairing show on Sunday. And week number 7 of high school football. What a busy weekend for everyone.
Yeah, it's really been a great fall, Coach. And, it's, things are coming. It's fun to get out and watch these student athletes. They've been obviously started way back in the summer,
right?
Developing their skill set with their coaches, and this is a time of year where you hope all that extra work pays off a little bit, and it's really exciting. And the golf tournament this weekend is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be a record setter. We've already had some tournament records set on the way through the sectional round and the way to get to the state finals. And another thing that we kick off this weekend is our unified flag football, and that starts across the state this week. And, that's an incredible program that we have where, we have traditional student athletes pair with other teammates from their school that have an intellectual disability, and they compete together as one. And it's really a phenomenal program, and we'll be celebrating the state championship in that sport here real soon.
I think the phenomenal part about unified flag football going back is it was a student-driven initiative. They took it upon themselves to begin the process to get this recognized as an IHSA sport, and it was a groundswell of support amongst kids around the state of Indiana to do this, which I think I admire their resolve and their perseverance and how they went about making this happen.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job, and I was around when that originally got started, and it was and Commissioner Cox at the time challenged students to bring something to the table that they could do with our student advisory committee, 19 kids from around the state, and this is what they came up with. And then what's cool, it's become a national model. There's many states that have developed a unified program over the years now, and we continually see growth, and again, it's great. And everybody says, the one thing it does, it changes the culture of your schools, and it allows students that didn't get to eat at the so-called cool kids table during lunch, and now they're all together, and it's just been a phenomenal addition to the sport offerings that we have.
All right, week 7 of high school football, and then on the 12th of October, the pairing show for the upcoming state championship. I can't believe we're at that point of the year.
It is. It's here, and let's go. That's kind of the theme. Let's go. It's going to be. First of all, I look forward to the pairing show. It's an opportunity to learn some things about high school football with our talented team of experts. And you're certainly the lead of that, Coach. And and again, it's fun to celebrate the students, the athlete successes. And there's not a pairing show for the AAU tournament coming up, and there's not a pairing show for a lot of other things.
Right.
But there is for high school athletics that are education based, and we want to make sure we protect this along the way.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. Our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. We always remind you, go out, buy a ticket. I remind you to buy 2 instead of 1. Make your contribution on a daily and weekly basis to help fund our athletic programs for our student athletes around the state. Commissioner, have a great weekend. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Coach. I look forward to our weekly conversations.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your fairy tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous fairy tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love from the Tooth Fairy.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000. Or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest. To us at New Legacy.
Seymour's place for live entertainment is Jackson Live and Event Center. Check out this schedule coming up on Friday, October 10th. J.D. Shelburne, 7 p.m. Greg Perkins and the Jackson Live Band, Saturday, October 11th. Jimmy Allen, Thursday, October the 23rd. And make plans now to attend Seymour Strikes Midnight, New Year's Eve celebration at Jackson Live and Event. For tickets to all of these events and more, log on to jacksonliveandevents.com. Getting closer to kickoff, the Owls and the Jennings County Panthers tonight from Jennings County High School. Time now for our Hoosier Hills Conference Report as we check the conference standings heading into play tonight. Bedford North Lawrence is 4-0. Floyd Central is 3-0. Columbus East 3-1. Jeffersonville 1-2. New Albany 0-2. And Seymour 0-4 on the season. Last week, Floyd Central picked up a big win over Columbus East, 56-28, knocking them from the unbeatens. And tonight's game of the night as far as the conference goes, without a doubt, Bedford North Lawrence at Floyd Central, both teams unbeaten. So after tonight, one game, one team will remain in the unbeaten ranks on the Hoosier Hills Conference. The other conference game tonight, Jeffersonville plays at New Albany. Columbus East is on the road at Bloomington North. Just a reminder that even though Jennings County is a member of the conference in every other sport, they are not a member of the conference when it comes to football. So technically, this game tonight, Seymour and Jennings County, is a non-conference game. And then next week, we look at the schedule. Columbus East plays at Jeffersonville. Seymour hosting New Albany. Those are the two conference games. Floyd Central will host Jennings County, and Bedford North Lawrence will host Monrovia. Top scoring team in the conference is Floyd Central. They have scored 265 points in 6 ball games. Second on the list is Bedford North Lawrence, and third on the list is Columbus East. Defensively, Bedford is the stingiest. They've given up just 87 in 6 ball games. That's just a little under 12 points a ball game. The next closest is Floyd Central with 123, and Jeffersonville third, 175. When it comes to conference games, Bedford is number 1 scoring-wise, and Columbus East is second. Seymour has given up the most points when it comes to conference games, 145 compared to scoring, just 67. Some other games tonight of note outside of the conference. Brownstown Central, they put their unbeaten streak on the line as they travel to Madison. Scottsburg is at Clarksville. Columbus North will host Bloomington South. Salem is hosting Eastern Pekin. Charlestown plays at Corydon. Greensburg is at Batesville. Checking some statistics statewide. Top scoring team in the state is Brownstown Central, averaging 61.17 a ball game. Northeastern is second at 55.67. Frontier, Cascade, and Northview round out the top five. A couple other teams of note. Bloomington South is 21st. Floyd Central tied for 23rd. Providence at number 28. Defensively, Rochester is the stingiest, giving up just 2.3 a ball game. New Pal, just a little over a field goal, 3.6. Mount St. Joe, Missinawa, and Wheeler round out the top five. Edgewood at number 14. Brownstown Central at number 17. Lawrenceburg comes in at number 28. Bloomington South at number 30. And as far as the average margin of victory, Brownstown, which has had a running clock at halftime in each of their first 6 ball games, they are beating opponents by an average of 51.3 a ball game. That is tops Cascade, number 2, New Pal, number 3, Northview tied with New Pal, Frontier at number 5. A couple other teams of note, Bloomington South 17th, Lawrenceburg 25th. And statistically, individually, the state's leading passer is Cole Stevens from Greencastle. He has thrown for 2,085 yards this year. Dason Kirby of Bedford was number 1 when the Owls faced him a couple weeks ago. He's number 2, thrown for 1,983 yards. Aiden Robinson from Maconaquah is 3rd. Jaden Rivers from Fort Wayne Northside is 4th, and Michael Hill Jr. from Maryville, number 5. Rushing, Miles McLaughlin has rushed for over 2,000 yards already. That is more than 800 more than second place. He is from Knox High School, by the way. Darian Morris from East Chicago Central is 2nd. Carwin Pope of Princeton is 3rd. Nathan Foster of Leo is 4th. And Giovanni Harris of Taylor comes in at number 5. Receiving, Trevin Long of Greencastle, 928 receiving yards in 6 ball games. Tate Schulte of South Spencer, 2nd. Then it's Bryce Mathis, Bryce Van Ostren of Lafayette Harrison High School, and Parker Elmore of Columbus North at number 5 in receiving yards. And total points, Miles McLaughlin of Knox, 178 points. Ezekiel Bowie, Javion Harris, Marcus Hobson of Cascade, and Dre Villarreal of West Central. They are the top 5 total tackles leading the state. Abe Edwards of Eastern Greentown, 93 total tackles. That's a quick check of the Hoosier Hills Conference and IHSAA stat leaders. We'll take a break. We'll go down onto the field with head coach Tyson Moore when we continue. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
Down on the field, it's our last word before kickoff as the Owls take on Jennings County. Coach, as you prepare for tonight's game, obviously it's a good chance to be competitive tonight. How was the week of practice?
Practice was okay. We've got some guys injured. Had some guys we lost last week during the game that are still kind of banged up. So we continue to limp through this season. But I thought our energy was much better this week than it had been. So that's always promising.
Obviously you look at this Jennings County team, they're an improved team. They've won a couple games. They didn't win a game last year. So it's a team that's feeling probably a little more confident tonight than maybe what they have been in years past.
Yeah, they should. They're much improved. Their head coach is in his second year now, and obviously he's doing some things different, and their kids are buying in. So that's one thing we said at the beginning of this week as we were scouting them is it's not the same team that they've had in the past. And, they're looking at us as a winless team that they can get a win against tonight. And, we've got to approach that with the right kind of attitude because we could have a good game tonight, but if we let ourselves get ahead of what our game plan is, it could be pretty ugly.
Preparations for us doesn't change. I mean, it's just a matter of one game a week, right?
Yeah, no, nothing ever changes. It doesn't matter if we're 6-0 or 0-6. We prepare the same way, and we try to make the necessary adjustments, and we go from there.
As you look at tonight's game, what are some of the keys for your ball club that you want to see this team do tonight, your team?
Run the football. Got to have success in the run game. Got to be able to block people up front. Biggest one is just dominate the trenches, both offense and defensive line-wise. I don't think we've done a very good job of that the last month. So we got to find ways to have success up front. But I think if we can control the line of scrimmage, it could be a big game for us.
All right, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
Starting lineups in the opening kick is next Seymour and Jennings County, and it all comes your way on 92.7 WXKU.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at BeattyInsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
And back here at Jennings County, where we are getting set for football tonight as the Owls and the Panthers do battle. Before we begin, I want to send out your best wishes to my broadcast, one of my broadcast partners, Jeff Claycamp. I understand he's under the weather. And Jeff, if you're listening tonight, I just heard about the news earlier today, and I sincerely hope that things are going well for you and improving. And if you are listening tonight, I hope you enjoy the broadcast and get better. We need you up here in the booth with us to tell us about Seymour football. But again, our best wishes to Jeff on a speedy recovery. And my son also is a little under the weather as well. He's battling some illness. So Lance, get better. So it's just me tonight. I'm flying solo, and I can tell you one thing. I will not have the statistics that Lance has during the course of a game. I will do my best on scoring plays, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on. But I can guarantee you stats tonight will not be part of the broadcast, but we'll get through it. The captains are meeting at midfield. Let's look at the starting lineups brought to you by Pizza Palace. Stop in and mention tonight's game night special and get a 16-inch two-topping pizza for only $19.99. Again, that's a two-topping pizza, 16-inch, two-topping pizza for only $19.99. Mention the starting lineup special at Pizza Palace. The Panthers won the toss, and they elected to receive. So the Owls defense, and we'll give you the defensive players as best as I know that they will. There may be a couple differences. Braden Riley, one of the linebackers, a 5'8", 180-pound junior. Jacob Dow, a linebacker, 6'1", 180-pound junior. Nehemiah Jones, a linebacker, 5'9", 150-pound junior. Defensive end is Noah Bartels, a 6'4", 180-pound senior. Defensive tackle is Alex Cisternos, a 5'9", 220-pound junior. And Brody Sawyer, another defensive tackle, 5'8", 180-pound junior. Quarterbacks are Charlie Bruce, or Aaron Holt, also a linebacker, 5'8", 160-pound senior. Charlie Bruce, one corner, a 5'10", 150-pound senior. Alex Milliken, a 5'11", 155-pound senior. Cooper Smith, a 6'1", 160-pound junior. And Anthony Rhodes, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. The Owls defense will start out tonight on the field. Jackson Fox is doing the kicking tonight, and he has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Jennings County will send back deep Brandon McCory and Carson Lawson. And they stand about the 5-yard line. Seymour in their traveling white uniforms, white jerseys, white pants, white helmets. Jennings County in blue jerseys, white pants, and white helmets. Glad you're with us tonight on a Friday night for football. It's the Seymour Owls with a record of 0-6 and the Jennings County Panthers with a record of 2-4 as Jackson Fox has it teed up at the 40-yard line. The official puts the ball in play, and he will kick it away, and he pooch kicks it down the right side that McCory will hit and catch at the 10. Up to the 20. He's got some room, 25, cuts it back into the 30, up to the 35, across the 40, and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A nice return by Brandon McCory, and he'll set Jennings County up with good field position. 1st and 10, it looks like at their own 47-yard line. Quarterback is Brady Franks. He is a sophomore. The running back is Brandon McCory and Cam Patterson. They run the wing T offense, very similar to Seymour's offense. Cam Patterson and Brandon McCory are the slots. The quarterback lines up right in front of the fullback, Carson Lawson, and it's the same formation that Brownstown runs. Although they are short of players, Sam Hernandez will run in at the last minute, and he splits out to the right side. So again, in motion. And it's a bad snap. Brady Franks has to pick it up back at the 40, and he'll get it back up to the original line of scrimmage. That ball went right through his hands, and he was able to go back and pick it up at the 40 and then bring it back up to the original line of scrimmage at the 47. It'll be a no-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Got word that Seymour has won the IHSAA Bedford North Lawrence tennis sectional. 3 of the matches are complete, and the Owls win all 3 of them, so they have won the sectional. So congratulations to Coach P.J. Stein and the Seymour boys sectional team. Here's a handoff to McCory, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. I beg your pardon, that was Cam Patterson, the ball carrier. And he is hit and brought down and right at the line of scrimmage again. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for Jennings County. Again, the ball resting at the 47-yard line. After a good kickoff return, the Panthers in 2 plays have not gained a yard, and now they'll split out 2 receivers to the left. They'll keep the double slots, nobody in front of Franks, who's in the shotgun. Franks back to throw. He throws a screen pass out to Nathan Harrison, and Harrison's going to be upended about the 45-yard line of Seymour. That's going to be 2 yards short. Actually, they'll give him the 44-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 1. And Jennings County, not even thinking about it, they're going to bring their punter out. Would have thought they may have thought about going at 4th and short at the 44-yard line. Let's see if they do a little razzle-dazzle here. The punter is Saban Messi. He is way back. He stands almost 10 yards back behind the line of scrimmage. They have 3 upbacks as protectors. And now they are going to fake it, and they're not going to get anything as Seymour stuffs it right at the line of scrimmage. They brought one of the upbacks up. He took the snap. He bobbled the snap, and once he bobbled the snap, the Owls were right there. Nehemiah Jones was the first to hit him as the Owls stuff out the fake, and they take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. So Good start for the Owls defense. That play, you never know what could have happened had the snap been better. It was a bobbled snap, and it threw the entire play off, but the Owls took advantage. And they come out widespread, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to throw a screen to Everett Jackson. He makes the catch, but is going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. And it'll be all the way back to the 44-yard line. That's a loss of 4. Second down and 14. They split 3 receivers out to the left side, and they threw to Jackson, but Jennings County defender was able to beat the block and able to get Jackson for a loss of 4 all the way back to the 44-yard line. Bring up a second down and 14. As again, Seymour will spread out. This time 3 receivers to the right side, which is the far side, and 2 to the near side. Coates in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws it across the middle, passes complete to Fox. Jackson breaks a tackle and will get it up. Actually, I beg your pardon, that's Charlie Bruce on the catch, 21. And Bruce gets it into Jennings County territory to the 49-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Ball again resting at the Jennings County 49-yard line. As receivers split again, 2 to either side. This time Hawkins joins Coates in the backfield to his right. Max is in the shotgun, though. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Pump fakes. Now he rolls out to the left. He's got plenty of time. Now he's being forced out of the pocket. Throws it down the field. The pass is picked off and out of bounds. It was picked off by Nathan Harrison. It was intended for Alex Milliken. And Max tried to throw that one off his back foot. Didn't have a lot on it, and Harrison stepped right in front of Milliken to pick it off. And he stepped out of bounds at the 45-yard line where Jennings County will take over. So the Owls waste an opportunity with good field position after the 4th down stop, and they turn it over. And now Jennings County gets it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. This time it's a double handoff, and it's McCory. Tries to get out to the outside. He does, across the 45 of Seymour, and dragged out of bounds to, they'll say, the 44-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 by McCory, and it's a 1st down. Jennings County at the Seymour 44-yard line. Again, the Panthers' offense exactly lined up like the Brownstown offense. They got double slots. The fullback lines up right in front of the quarterback. Split out 1 receiver. And it's a snap. Frank's going to run it himself. Tries to go around the right side. He breaks a tackle across the 40. Gets hit by 2 Seymour defenders, Charlie Bruce and Braden Riley. The 2 guys to get Franks, but not before he gets nice yards on 1st down. A pickup of 5. I'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Ball resting at the Seymour 39-yard line. Clock moving with 7:55 to play 1st quarter. Each team had a possession. Couldn't do anything with it. Jennings County 2nd possession, a 2nd and 5 at the Seymour 39. And somebody, either Jennings County moved or Seymour jumped off sides. And the officials concur with one another. And it is an encroachment against the Owls. So the Owls jump off sides. That'll cost them 5 yards, and that probably will be enough for a 1st down, and it will be, as they'll move it. Actually, the ball was on the other side of the 41-yard line, so they move it just inside the 36-yard line or 34-yard line, and that is a 1st down. So the defensive penalty gives the Panthers the 1st down. Again, it's a direct snap this time to the up front guy. That is Jace Cole. And he gets short yardage up to the 32-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. The Owls, Alex Cisneros on the stop. 2nd down and 8. Again, double slots. Receiver splits to the left. Franks is in the shotgun. He gives the snap. He hands it off to McCory. Gets around the left end. Not going to be much there. Nice job by Trayshawn Hawkins. He really forced him to the outside And then Alex Milliken came up and hit him just as he got to the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, he might have lost a yard. That play was blown up, though. Trayshawn Hawkins got into the backfield and was able to force McCory to go wider than he wanted to. And then Milliken came up and hit him, and it's a third down. Actually, we'll lose 2 on the play, back to the 33, and bring up a 3rd down and 9. 3rd and 9, Jennings County at the Seymour 33-yard line. This time they'll split 2 receivers to the right, double slots. Franks back to throw, wants to set up the screen, throws it down the field, and the pass is incomplete, or was it picked off? Incomplete. Nice attempt that time by Aaron Holt as he dove for it, but the ball hit the turf, and that'll bring up a 4th down for Jennings County, and this time they'll keep their offense out there at the Seymour 33-yard line. So 4th down and 9 at the 33. Now stop Jennings County on downs when they try to fake punt the first time. This time they'll line up double slots, 2 receivers to the near side. Franks in the shotgun, back to throw. He's got pressure, gets hit as he throws it. It's up for grabs, and it's up into the air and incomplete. My goodness gracious, that was Noah Bartels who unloaded on Franks just as he threw it, and it was a jump ball in the backfield. Alex Milliken and the Jennings County receiver went up for it, and it bounces off of the receiver and incomplete, and Seymour will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. But Noah Bartels was the one who got in there and hit Franks just as he threw it, and Seymour takes over at their own 33-yard line. This time they'll go back to a more familiar formation. The handoff is to Jackson. He cuts it back to the inside, tries to find running room and finds very little. I give him a yard on the play. Okay, we'll give him a yard up to the 35-yard line, maybe 2. We'll call it 2nd down and 8 at the 35-yard line, as at times Seymour went back to their more familiar formation with a slot and a fullback and an H-back to the right. Clock moving, 5:35 to play first quarter, no score. Milliken splits out to the right. Jackson lines up at the slot to the right. Hawkins in the backfield. The handoff again is to Jackson on the sweep to the left side. He tries to find room up close to the 38-yard line. Going to be about 5 yards short. Bring up a 3rd and 5. As again, Seymour faces a 3rd down at their own 38-yard line. Two receivers to the right. Hawkins and Maddox Wallace split Coates. Coates will hand to Hawkins up the middle. He is going to be right at the sticks. He keeps his legs at churning, and I think his second effort may have got him the first down. He was hit about a yard short, but indeed the extra effort by Trayshawn Hawkins was able to get him the first down with 4:30 to play, and a new set of downs for the Owls. First down at their own 46-yard line. And this time they'll split Milliken to the right and Bruce to the left. Slot right is Fox. Back to throw is Coates. Throws it out of the backfield. It's caught by Wallace. And Maddox is hit and brought down just as he gets it across the 50-yard line. And they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 48. So that'll be a nice pickup of 6 on the play. And Wallace looks like he is a little slow getting up on the Seymour sideline, and he will limp over to the bench. 2nd down and 4. Seymour in Jennings County territory for the first time at the 48-yard line. They'll split Milliken to the right, Bruce to the left. In the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap. Hands to Hawkins right up the middle. Trayshawn across the 40 into about the 36-yard line. Nice pickup that time by Trayshawn. 12-yard gain for Hawkins and move the stick. Seymour first down. And they see his knee went down at the 37-yard line. So a pickup of 11 And it'll bring up a 1st and 10 for Seymour at the Jennings County 37-yard line. This time, Milliken splits to the right. Jackson is the slot to the right. Fox in at a tight end. Coates under center, hands to Hawkins. Trayshawn tries to go up the middle. This time he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit that time by the Panther defense, interior defense. They will give Hawkins a yard on the play, get him up to the 36-yard line, bring up a 2nd down and 9. Clock moves here first quarter with 2:45 to play. No score. Seymour on the move here, 2nd and 9 at the Jennings County 36. Double slots this time. In motion is Jackson. It's a double handoff. Hawkins gets it across the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. It was a double handoff from Jackson to Hawkins. We've seen it this year from Hawkins to Jackson, but that time they go reversal, and a nice pickup of 13 yards for Trayshawn. And it's 1st down Seymour at the Jennings County 24-yard line. Coach Moore talked about in the pregame show that he wanted to run the football. That was an objective, and felt like if they were able to run the football successfully, it would be a good night. So far this series, they have. Again, double slots. Coach going to keep it. Finds some running room, maneuvers around, gets it down inside the 20. Got a late flag coming in from the referee way in the backfield. And let's see what the call is. Referees just kind of looking at each other, trying to determine, and it's going to be against Jennings County, and I think they're going to determine personal foul against the Panthers. Oh, they didn't signal what the personal foul was, did he? Is it roughing the quarterback ran, though. Yeah, unless it was a hit up high or something. I don't know. It's a personal foul against Jennings County, and that'll move the ball down into down inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal now at the 9 in the shotgun. The hand is to Hawkins. He bounces it to the left side. Try to anyway. Doesn't get much. Maybe no, they're going to get him right inside the 10, so no yards on the play. They'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. Again, inside the 10-yard line. Clock moving, a very quick first quarter, down to a minute 20 to play. Of course, when you primarily run the football, that's what's going to happen. Coach gets this call from the sideline. Bruce will split out to the left side. Milliken to the right. Hawkins next to Coates in the shotgun. Double tight ends. Actually, they'll split Jackson out to the left, too. Coates rolls out to the right. Looks, passes complete to Fox. And Jackson gets it down inside the 5. And another late flag comes in. Once again, Fox the catch. He made it down to about the 5, and as he was being tackled, the flag came in late. Official talking. It's going to be illegal touching. And that's a loss of down. I need to have one of those sheets that explains to me what the calls are, right? Whatever the penalty was, they say it's a loss of down. I'm not exactly sure what the call was. It was made just as Fox was being tackled. And they'll bring it over to the left hash and mark it at the 14-yard line. And it's 3rd down. Scoreboard says 2. The down marker says 3. He signaled loss of down. Hawkins will get the carry, and he will get it back up to the 10-yard line, and that's, they'll have to run one more play, I think. Yep, they'll have to run one more play this quarter, but it'll bring up a 4th down, and the Owls will send out field goal units. So, again, the loss of down, whatever the penalty was, forces the Owls into a 4th down, and Adrian Medina is in to kick the extra points. Aaron Holt will hold it. They'll put it down at we'll call it the 17-yard line. This will make it a 27-yard field goal attempt for Medina. Dow snaps it. Ball is down. Kick is away. It's plenty of distance, and the kick is good. Just 4 seconds left to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. We have to take a break because this is our first chance to take one. It's Seymour 3, Jennings County nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
So the Owls strike first on a 27-yard field goal by Adrian Medina. And with 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter, Seymour has a 3-0 lead, and now the Owls set to kick it off. Jackson Fox is kicking off tonight as he has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Last time, Jennings County able to have a great return. There's Fox, and he again will pooch it. That'll hit the turf. Picked up at the 23 by Sam Hernandez. He brings it all the way to the right side, gets across the 30. A flag comes down. That's going to be an illegal block against Jennings County. That'll be the final play of the first quarter, too. We'll wait here and see what the penalty is officially, but that is all intents purposes going to be an illegal block where that flag was thrown, and at the juncture it was thrown. Tell you what, while they sort it out, we will step a break. That is the end of the first quarter of play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Seymour 3, Jennings County nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
Back here at Jennings County, where the Panthers opened with the football after the penalty, it was an illegal block on Jennings County, and they start 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And the first play of the quarter is a run up the middle to the 20, about a yard pickup, 2nd down and 9, as Jennings will again line up in the wing T. They don't even split anybody out. They also put a tight end in there as well. This time, the quarterback, Frank's going to keep it. He's got room across the 30. Flag comes in. That probably is going to come back. Good pickup that time for Franks as he kept it and found a hole along the right side. But, again, the flag comes in, and it is indeed a holding penalty against the Panthers. And that will bring the ball back 10 yards. So it would nullify what was a first down carry for Brady Franks. And we'll bring it back, and they'll mark it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that will bring up a second down and 19 for the Panthers. Again, double slots, and they line up double tight ends. Again, the fullback, Jace Cole, in front of the quarterback. It's a snap to Franks. He's going to follow Cole along the right end, but nowhere to run. Seymour's defense right there to meet him. Alex Cisneros was down there, as was Jacob Dow. That Braden Riley also gets up from the pack. And it brings up now a third down, and we'll call it 3rd and 16. Give him 2 on that play up to the 12-yard line. And they'll split a receiver out to the right this time. Franks in the shotgun. Low snap, back to throw. Wants to set up the screen. It's complete. And running room down the left side, and going to be a first down. And didn't catch who that was right away. That was Kyle Byram. Go, do you care if I turn the slide on? Do you care if I turn the slide on? Okay. All right. Well, that wasn't the light for here. That might be over there. These old eyes can't see. There we go. Can't see my sheets anymore. First down, Byram gets the screen pass and carries it up to the 30-yard line. Now, again, Frank's going to run it around right ends. Got room, breaks a tackle at the 40, and up to the 43-yard line. Again, a pickup of 13 for Brady Franks. So a screen pass to Byram converts a 3rd and 16, and then a 13-yard run on 1st and 10, and the Panthers have it at their own 43-yard line. 9:57 to play here in the second quarter. Seymour in front 3-0. Double slots with the receiver to the right. Franks, the handoff is to Lawson, and he gets it across midfield. Actually, I beg your pardon, Patterson, Cam Patterson, the ball carrier. And he gets it across midfield up to the 48-yard line, and that's about a 9-yard pickup on first down, 2nd and 1. So 3 straight plays where the Panthers have picked up good yardage. And now based on a 2nd and 1 at Seymour's 48-yard line. Frank's going to run a quarterback right up the middle, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and tried to drive forward, but wasn't able to do so. Cisneros again driving back Franks, and he indeed was short, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Again, the ball at the Seymour 48-yard line. Alex Cisneros at the defensive tackle spot. Been called his name a few times. Again, this time, what a play by the Owls defense. That time, Trayshawn Hawkins. The handoff was to Cam Patterson, and Hawkins blitzed from the right side, and he was in there just as Patterson got the handoff and brought him down. A loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down back at the 49-yard line. Boy, Trayshawn burst in there off that right side. And now let's see what the Panthers do. I didn't see their punter. They're going to go for it on 4th down at their own 49-yard line. This will be a 4th and 4. They'll split 3 receivers to the left, all bunched, though. The back to throw is Franks. Got pressure, throws it, and it's incomplete. Had a receiver wide open, but he short-hopped him. Looked like it was maybe I don't have his number down, but he was open in the flat, and Franks tried to hit him. That was Branson Josephson, and that was just a bad pass. Short-hopped him, and the Owls take over 1st and 10 as they stop Jennings County on downs for the 3rd time tonight. All 3 possessions for Jennings County, they have been stopped on downs. And the Owls take over at the Jennings County 49-yard line. Coach in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap, wants to set up the screen, does so to Fox. Jackson up to the 45, cuts it into the 40, and out of bounds, close to the first down. Once again, a nice screen pass set up that time, and indeed a first down catch and run by Jackson Fox inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 10 yards. Seymour now will split two receivers to either side. Hawkins, the lone running back with Coates. It's a jet sweep to Jackson, and Jackson is brought down at the 37-yard line, but a flag was thrown just as the ball was snapped. Almost believe that's an illegal shift on the Owls, and that's indeed what it was, an illegal shift. So that'll cost Seymour 5 yards. I believe Jennings County will take the penalty. And they do. 5-yard penalty will bring it back to the 44-yard line, where the Owls will have it first down and 15. Clock stopped with 7:29 to play here in the second quarter. Coach gets the call from Coach Tyson Moore and on the sideline, and we'll bring it into the huddle. Play clock down to 10 as Milliken and Fox split to the right, Jackson and Bruce to the left. Hawkins, the running back next to Coates. Max takes the snap, throws it, pass complete to Jackson, and he will pick up short yardage up to the down to the 42-yard line. Pickup of about 2, we'll call it. Give him 2. Bring up a second down and 13 at the Jennings County 42-yard line. This time they'll send trips to the right. Jackson, Milliken, and Bruce, or Fox and Bruce, the lone receiver, to the left. Coates rose to the right. As time, steps up, throws it downfield. Pass is caught by Jackson Fox, and he'll go out of bounds. And that is right at the sticks, and it will be a first down. That was a nice pass and catch. Good protection from the offensive line. As Coach was able to roll out, had time, found Jackson right on the sideline. He gains 14 and picks up a first down to the Jennings County 28-yard line. This time they'll put trips to the left side. Once again, Coach in the shotgun with Hawkins next to him. Back to throw. Wants to set up the screen. Does so. Hawkins is hit. Gets away. 20, 15, 10, 5. Pulls over a tackler into the end zone. Touchdown. What a run by Trayshawn Hawkins. He broke a tackle about the 20-yard line, and then he was not to be denied as he took it down the right sideline, and he actually ran over a Jennings County defender right at the goal line and gets it into the end zone. That'll be a 28-yard touchdown pass from Max Coates to Trayshawn Hawkins. And the Owls in front 9-0 as Medina in to kick the extra point. Jacob Dow snaps it. Aaron Holt holds it. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 6:07 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. It's Seymour 10, Jennings County nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Tired of being just another number at the big banks? At the People's Bank, you're more than an account. You're a neighbor, a friend, and part of the community. We know your name when you walk in, and your goals matter to us. Switch today and experience banking the way it should be. Local decisions, personalized service, and people who truly care. Big banks see customers. We see family. Stop by one of our 4 locations to make the switch today. The People's Bank. Banking with heart, banking where you belong. Member FDIC.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe...
So the Owls after stopping Jennings County on downs for a third time tonight. They were able to drive 53 yards, and Max Coates, a 28-yard touchdown pass to Trayshawn Hawkins. Extra point is good. And with 6:07 to play, Seymour in front by a score of 10-0 as Jackson Fox will kick it off. It's a short kick that is rolling on the turf, picked up by Jennings County and then swallowed over by Seymour players. So a nice job by Jackson. He kicked it exactly as they wanted it. It took a couple of seconds for the Jennings County player to pick it up, and then the Owls were swarming over and bring him down at the 25-yard line, where Seymour will take over, or Jennings County will take over 1st and 10. And I believe that this is the first double-digit lead the Owls have had all year. They scored the first touchdown against, was it Columbus East? Yeah, Columbus East, they got up 7-0, so it wasn't their first lead, but it's the first time they've been up by more than one possession this year. 10-0 the score with 6:02 to play. And Jennings County runs it with McCory, tries to bounce it around to the right side, and is swarmed over there by a bunch of Seymour players. Cisneros, we call his name again. Nehemiah Jones was there. And I believe Maddox Wallace also was there. Noah Bartels. So bunch of jerseys. Good run, though, by McCory. He was able to get 5 yards on first down up to the 30. Bring up a 2nd down and 5. And Panthers line up double slots, double tight ends. Franks hands to Patterson, tries the right side. He's in the open 50. Has one guy to beat, and they won't bring him down. He's going to score 20, 10, 5 touchdown. Alex Milliken had a chance. Flag will come in. Let's see if that's I didn't see what happened, if he was taunting as he went into the end zone. Milliken had a chance to bring him down about the 40, and Patterson broke that tackle. And as he was entering the end zone, a flag came down. So let's see what this is, if this will nullify the touchdown. He ran it in the one corner I can't see. And I don't know if he taunted or he put the football up or did something. I think it's going to be Panther signal that the touchdown will be good. And they're waving the flag off. So no penalty on the play. So the touchdown will stand. A 70-yard touchdown run by Cam Patterson. And just like that, the Panthers are right back in it with 5:14 to play here in the second quarter as they go two plays that time. 2 plays, 75 yards on the drive. And the kicker is Sam Hernandez. He will line up to attempt the extra point. Jacob Ernest, a freshman, is the holder. There's the snap. Kick is low. And it's good, though. Just got over the crossbar. On the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard, 5:14 to play, second quarter. It's Seymour 10, Jennings County 7. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
So Jennings County comes right back after the Owls take a 10-0 lead, and they drive 70 yards, 75 yards. But again, it's a 70-yard touchdown run by Cam Patterson. And again, he got it to the near side and really had open field. The Owls had a chance to bring him down about the 40, but he was able to break a tackle. And then from that point, it was clear sailing into the end zone. As Hernandez boots it away, it's a short pooch kick that is caught by Tyler Bobb at the 35-yard line, and then he will fall down right there. So Seymour will take over 1st and 10, again at their own 35-yard line. That was a nice job there by the freshman Tyler Bobb on getting that little pooch kick. And the Owls come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to either side. Coates in the shotgun with Hawkins next to him. Trayshawn gets the carry, bounces it out to the right side, gets some little room up to the 40-yard line. Good pickup of about 5 on first down. Bring up a 2nd down and 5 as we are moving rapidly through this first half. Halfway through, or 5 minutes and counting in the second quarter. This time, Bruce splits out to the far side, which is the left. 2 receivers, Fox and Jackson to the right. Coates in the shotgun, hands to Hawkins right up the middle, and this time he gets hit, gets away from the first tackler, has some room across the 45, across midfield, and down to the Jennings County 48-yard line. Boy, Trayshawn is running really hard right now, as he was hit right at the line of scrimmage and then broke that tackle and kind of scooted forward a couple of yards, broke another tackle, and finally is corralled at the Jennings County 48-yard line, and that's a first down for Seymour. Clock moving. 3 receivers split to the right, 2 to the left this time as they empty the backfield. Coates in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to throw. Throws it across the middle. It's caught by Jackson. Across the 40. First down carry, a catch down to the 37-yard line. The clock will stop momentarily for him to move the chains. With 3:57 to play, that was just a simple down and turn around and catch. 11-yard pass play from Coates to Jackson. And Seymour first down at the Jennings County 37-yard line. Again, 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Empty the backfield. Coates in the shotgun. He's going to run a quarterback draw up the middle across the 35 and down to about the 32-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Official on this side coming in about the 33. They'll put it down at the 33, a pickup of 5 on the play. 5. Well, we'll give him 4. 2nd down and 6. And Seymour letting that clock tick down. They get the ball first to start the second half, too. So the old Bill Belichick was always good at that, right? Always would keep the ball and try to score right before the half and then get the ball first in the second half. A 2-for-1, if you will. The hand to Hawkins up the middle, 30, 25, 20, 15. Dragging a tackler inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Boy, Trayshawn is running on a mission right now. He was dragged a tackler almost 10 yards and picks up 24 inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. We'll call it the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for Seymour. As Coates over on the sideline. They may just let this one tick all the way down and call timeout. Well, Coach is running back out. Yeah, they're not going to get this play off. They're going to call a timeout. They do break the huddle. Play clock is down to 5. Maybe they will try one. Play clock down to 2. And they will call timeout just as the clock hits 0. I don't think they were wanting to take it down. I thought maybe they'd just take it down all the way and call timeout, but eventually they had to, or they would have got a delay of game penalty. 2:11 on the Bob Pointer family of dealership scoreboard. Seymour 10, Jennings County 7. The Owls threatening, though. Back in a moment, you're listening to Seymour Football.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your fairy tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous fairy tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love from the Tooth Fairy.
2 minutes, 11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Seymour with a 1st and goal at the Jennings County 8-yard line. 2:11 to play, second quarter. The Owls in front 10-7. Jay Hubbard along with you here from Jennings County High School on 92.7. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Hawkins next to Coates. Max hands to Trayshawn, bounces it to the left. He's going to chip top it into the end zone for the touchdown. Trayshawn Hawkins broke a arm tackle about the 5, and then he high-stepped into the end zone. It's actually officially credit him with a 9-yard touchdown run. Trayshawn Hawkins' second touchdown of the night, and the Owls go back up by a double possession score, and Medina in to kick the extra points. Again, Jacob Dow snaps and Aaron Holt holds it. Medina ready to attempt it. The ball is down, kick is away, and the kick is good. 2:06 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Seymour 17, Jennings County 7. Back in a moment, you're listening to Seymour Football.
Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
So the Owls have now scored on 3 consecutive possessions, and they answer right back after the long touchdown run by Jennings County. And drove 70 yards that time, capped off by a 9-yard Trayshawn Hawkins run. Second touchdown of the game for Trayshawn. His first one was a screen pass. He caught a 28-yard pass, and that a 9-yard run as Fox tees it up, and he pooch kicks it, and this one will be right out of bounds. Nice job. Good kick. The guy for Jennings County caught it about the 21-yard line, and then as he caught it, he fell out of bounds. So, again, Seymour coaches over to congratulate Jackson Fox. So he did exactly what they wanted him to do on that kick. And he pooched it, and the Panthers start 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line with 2:04 to play. So far, their offense is not an explosive, although they did get that 70-yard run off the missed tackle, so they are capable. But Owls really have to pin them back here and make them try to throw the football or do something. They can't give up a big chunk play right away. Franks will take the snap. He rolls to the left side. He looks to cut. He will go down. Flag on the play. I think that might be a holding penalty on Jennings County, and if it is, Seymour will decline it, as Franks was dropped for a 3-yard loss on the play. And it's a chop block against Jennings County, but the Owls still decline it, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 13, or 2nd and 12 back at the 19. And they will wind the clock. Franks gives the handoff to Patterson. This time he is hit by Milliken as he tried to get around the right end. The Owls say he lost the football. Let's see what the officials say. Seymour comes up signaling their football. Still no signal. And it is Seymour football. So they do fumble. And coming up with the fumble recovery is Braden Riley. Braden Riley is the one who came up with the football. I don't know if Milliken was the one who caused it. Milliken hit Patterson as he rolled around to the right end. But that's a huge turnover by Jennings County, a fumble, and Seymour takes over 1st and 10 at the Jennings County 19-yard line. So a chance to add another score here before halftime. So again, Braden Riley comes up with the fumble recovery, and I don't know if it was Milliken who caused it, but Milliken was there, one of the first men to get to Patterson. Now Coates, hands to Hawkins, right up the middle. Trayshawn inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And Seymour has all 3 timeouts to work. Actually, no, they have 2 timeouts, but right now the clock at 1:30 is in Seymour's favor. Seymour can be patient still, even though it's got 1:20 to play. With a 2nd down, and we'll call it 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line. Coates in the shotgun, back to throw, throws it across the middle, and it's knocked down by one of the defensive tackles for Jennings County. Connor Brown got his hand up there and knocked the pass down. So the clock stops with 1:03 to play. And the Owls will have a 3rd and 4 at the Jennings County 13-yard line. Once again, if they're heading back into town listening on the bus, which they may be, congratulations to the Seymour boys tennis team on winning a sectional title tonight. Beat Trinity Lutheran 4-1. And they'll play in the Columbus North Regional on Tuesday. PJ Stein, congratulations. Here's a pass play. The pass is caught. Touchdown. Alex Milliken on a slant pattern. A great throw from Max Coates. 13-yard touchdown pass from Coates to Milliken. And the Owls take advantage of the fumble and score a touchdown on the 13-yard pass play. And they go in front now by a score of 23-7, and Medina's in to kick the extra point. So a big turnover. The Owls get the fumble recovery, and they capitalize on the 13-yard pass play. Now Medina in to kick the extra point. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 59 seconds to play first half. Seymour 24. Jennings County 7. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Seymour's place for live entertainment is Jackson Live and Event Center. Check out this schedule coming up on Friday, October 10th. J.D. Shelburne, 7 p.m. Greg Perkins and the Jackson Live Band, Saturday, October 11th. Jimmy Allen, Thursday, October the 23rd. And make plans now to attend Seymour Strikes Midnight, New Year's Eve celebration at Jackson Live and Event. For tickets to all of these events and more, log on to jacksonliveandevents.com.
So the Owls take advantage of the fumble, and they drive 19 yards in 3 plays. That was a 3rd down conversion, 13-yard pass play from Max Coates to Alex Milliken, 2nd touchdown pass of the game for Coates, and the Owls have put up a 21 spot here in the second quarter and lead by a score of 24-7. As Jackson Fox has it teed up again at the 40-yard line. And he will boot it away a little harder this time. Jennings County from the 15 up to the 20, the 25, and brought down about the 30-yard line. Good kick coverage that time by the Owls. As on the return was Braden McQuarrie. And the Owls, good kick coverage that time, and Jennings County will start 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line with 54 seconds to play here in the second quarter. By the way, coming up at halftime tonight, our Ball Sports Spotlight is on the boys soccer team. As we'll talk with Seymour coach Matt Dennis. Owls wrapped up the regular season last night with a victory over Bedford, and will open sectional play Monday at Floyd Central against the host Highlanders. And up the middle goes Cam Patterson. Gets it up to the 31-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play. And it looks like Jennings County is going to be content to let the clock run out, or at least not attempt to take it down the field. Quick snap this time. It's a double handoff, and not a whole lot of yardage up to the 35 was McCory. And Jennings County will call a timeout this time with 18 seconds to play. And Jennings County will have a 3rd down and 3 situation at the 36-yard line. So we have a moment. Let me pass along the scores tonight from, if I can bring it up here, the boys tennis sectional. By the way, thanks to my good friend Jessica Fields for getting those information to me. She was texting me tonight. Mr. Kirk Mans also sent me a message. The Owls, Carter Stein won at number 1 singles, 6-2, 6-1. Dane Thompson won at number 2 singles, 6-2, 6-3. Cuss Henry won at 3 singles, 6-2, 6-2. Sean Taguchi and Braylon Busby won at number 1 double, 6-2, 6-3. Those are the 4 points for the Owls, and 4-1 victory tonight to win the sectional championship. And now a running play as Franks keeps it. Gets up to the 44-yard line. They'll stop the clock. Oh, no, stop the clock because Jennings County called a timeout. Second timeout, they'll have 1 left. 14 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And we have completed our commercial allotments here for the first half, so we'll keep it here. Got a couple messages there. Listening to us up at the Seymour Oktoberfest tonight. Got us on there at the radio station booth. And so a couple people have stopped by inquiring about the score and listening to the broadcast. Do appreciate that very much. Hope you're enjoying yourself if you're out and about tonight at the Seymour Oktoberfest. Great night for that. That's for sure. It's a great night for football. And so far, a good night for the Owls. Up 24-7 with 14 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Franks in the shotgun. Receivers are bunched up 2 to the right. Back to throw is Franks. Right back. Got pressure. Gets hit and will go down. Quarterback sack Braden Riley. And then Brody Sawyer also finished him off. And Coach Burton is not going to call a timeout, and the clock will run out. So that is how the first half ends, on a quarterback sack by Braden Riley and Brody Sawyer as they combine, hitting the quarterback to end the first half of play. 3 touchdowns in the second quarter for the Owls team. And we'll go to the locker room with the lead. Halftime, it's Seymour 24, Jennings County 7. Back in a moment to Jennings County. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
Many people do not know that our eyes tell a lot about our health. That is why at Connor Smith Eye Center, Dr. Smith, Lambring, and Brooks believe it is very important to have a complete eye exam once a year. If you are diabetic, you are more likely to develop retinal damage to the eye. With a regular eye exam, your eye doctor can monitor the symptoms leading to this problem. Do not wait until it's too late. Visit their website at connorsmitheyecenter.com for more information, or call for an appointment today, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Halftime here at Jennings County. The Owls in front by a score of 24-7. I've got a message here from my good friend, Mr. Dave Boggs, who said, nice night for the balloon glow as well. And I bet it was up at the Oktoberfest, always one of the more popular events. So, yeah, good night for that. And I hope everybody's having a good night. Good night so far for the Owls in the first half. 24-7, Seymour in front. We're back with our halftime spotlight on the boys soccer team. Coach Matt Dennis joins me. It's brought to you by Prosperity Financial Insurance and Investments. Coach Dennis in just a moment.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
Halftime here at Jennings County, and our fall sport spotlight tonight is on the boys soccer team as we spend some time with Coach Matt Dennis. Seymour's soccer team wrapped up the regular season last night with a 4-0 victory over Bedford North Lawrence. They're now 7-6-2. And Coach, as we entered this year, we knew it was going to be obviously I don't want to say a rebuilding year, but you lost a really good senior class, obviously a sectional championship class. So you had some new kids and new positions, and there were some growing pains at the start of the year, weren't there?
Yeah, we had to learn defensively a little bit. We graduated, goalkeeper, 3 in the back line. We returned a lot in the attack, so there shouldn't have been much there, but we did have some growing pains there too. Most of these guys played for us over the last couple of years, so it wasn't necessarily that we had to rebuild or anything. We just had to make sure that they got up to the varsity speed. And, we start with a really, really tough schedule with Bloomington South and North, and Jeff is our first few games. And, that's tough to go through, but it also exposed a lot of flaws that allowed us to get better looking at film and training. We got to focus on the things that we were seeing, and we showed a lot of growth throughout the year, I thought, with the guys that we have.
Yeah, I say rebuild, but then when you have senior night last time, you have 9 seniors. So, you lost some good ones last year, but obviously you have a lot of seniors this year. So, like you said, you did have some returning players, but 9 seniors, that's a big class.
Yeah, and some of them, are 3-year players on varsity. Some of them, this is their first year on varsity. So at times it looked like the roster was old, but, a little bit of an experience. It was deceptively old. And we did return, Mark was our leading scorer last year. He's our leading scorer this year. So that was good to return him. And, the senior class, having 9 guys in it is good, but also we've got a good mix of sophomores and juniors that have been playing with them too, which was also growing pains because sophomores got to learn how to play the game. And Cooper Tormel's a freshman, and we moved him to varsity about halfway through the year, so he's got to learn how to play the game. So it's been a good mix of old and young. It's been a good mix of experienced with up and comers, and it's been a lot of fun to watch the team grow.
A lot of these guys. I know last year you talked about how that senior class you had worked with them when they were even 5 and 6 years old, and I know this being your son's senior class, you've worked with this group with Cyclones through the early days as well. So these 2 classes have really been close personal classes for you from the standpoint that you've been with them for more than just the high school years.
Yeah, the seniors, the senior captains, Dom, Evan, and Liam. Their age in travel soccer is actually a year older, so that's why they played up with those guys. And then, a few years ago, we added, Brandon started playing some travel soccer with us and joined the middle school team. And I've known these guys for a long time. They're all really good friends. They're still good friends with the guys that graduated last year. It's been a really nice, close-knit kind of group of guys. And, when you work with guys for 10 or 12 years, you get to know them. They get to know you. They get to be a part of your program and set a tone that, this is what Seymour soccer is. And that's been nice to see over the last few years.
You talked about how defensively you really had to kind of rebuild. I mean, Liam was back from last year, but other than that, you had new guys back there. Did that change how you did things defensively with the new guys, or do you still do the same thing, just trying to get them up to speed?
Yeah, we do what we do. We had guys playing at times a little bit out of position, at learning new roles. I wouldn't have expected Braylon Floyd to turn into an 80-minute right back like he has this year. We knew we had Liam back. I wasn't sure if Julio was an 80-minute guy. He's been solid as a rock back there. Lane stepped up really, really big and was a good left back for us until Liam went down and missed, I think, 4, maybe 5 games. And then he slid over to be left back. That's when we had Cooper as the left back for a while, as a freshman who played out of position. He played all of his JV games in the midfield, and I put him at left back, and he did fine. But when we have our defensive principles, it doesn't matter if you play mid or back, or even I could probably take a forward and put him back there. We know what we do defensively. We know how we should rotate. It's just getting used to how the guy beside you moves a little bit. But the position doesn't change. How we defend doesn't change. Where we want to force the ball and how we want to win the ball and go forward, that doesn't change. Guys just maybe do it in a different position. So the biggest thing we had to do with replacing the guys in the back was we replaced guys in the back with guys that played JV last year, which means they've got to get used to the pace of play. The decision has to be faster, but what they should do shouldn't change. So I would like to hope that we're building a program that everybody knows their role and everybody knows everybody's role. Sure. So if you're asked to go somewhere else, you know what to do. And I think we've seen that.
Well, we talked about the defense. I do want to talk about offensively, because that is where you had your most experience with Evan and Dom and Brandon and Mark and those guys really having the experience last year of being on that sectional championship team. Certainly that has been a big leaning point as far as where you kind of lean your leadership on in it up front.
Yeah, and we struggled early. There were some individual moments from some of the guys up there. I think maybe because of the success last year, if it wasn't going well, a couple of them thought that they could just take the team on their shoulders and go get a goal if they needed to. And that's not how we play. And so we did a lot of correcting that, recentering, and, sometimes the bench does wonders to get a message through to a guy. But we really emphasized you can't do it alone. No matter if you think you can or if you think you're helping the team by trying to go get that individual goal or whatever, it's never going to work, especially against good teams. So we've been trying to emphasize team play, bringing numbers forward. And over the last 6 games, we've done that. And over the last 6 games, we've scored a bunch of goals. So if we can continue to do that, we're going to be fine. We just didn't play enough as a team in the front third early in the season. And it's tough because you play against those really tough opponents. But that also means that if you don't play as a team, you're not going to succeed. But we learned, we got better. We're scoring goals now. Mark's figured it out how to run off of Dom or Brandon, whoever's up there. Brandon looked good last night in the game. We finally got Braylon Floyd to go forward in front of Brandon quite a lot last night. So we're starting to get those numbers forward. We're starting to get balls in dangerous areas. I thought Evan's assist last night was great. That's exactly what we want. We got a little bit wide. We played the ball back across. Easy goal for Brandon. If we continue to do that, we're going to be fine. We didn't do that early in the season, but it's gotten better lately.
Yeah, I do want to talk to you about the draw is out. The Owls will open sectional play Monday against Floyd Central. I want to talk about that in a moment. As we sit here on a Friday morning and talk, I do want to ask you about your tradition that you have, the Mini Donut Classic. You were just drafting a team. You play this on Friday morning of the Oktoberfest. There's no school, so you get a chance to do it in the morning. This is kind of, as you called it, a tradition like none other. It's a fun little thing, fun little tradition that the Seymour soccer program has developed.
Yeah, this started back in the early 2000s. My high school coach, I came back to be his assistant coach in 2004, and he had started the tradition, so I've kept it alive. He loved the mini donuts, so he would go and buy a few bags, and then we have a little tournament, and it's evolved into had the 4 captains pick their 4 teams. We're going to have everybody play everybody in pool play like a traditional soccer tournament, and then we're going to rank them. We're going to have a knockout style tournament. Donuts are getting delivered at 9:30. We're going to walk them out and present the trophy. And I think last year we videoed the starting lineups for the final. The boys' JV season is over, so they could come back and play one last time on the field. It's a lot of fun, and then hopefully, we're loose and we enjoyed the win last night. We had a lot of fun this morning. And then tomorrow we're going to get ready for Floyd Central.
Yeah, the Owls drew the opening first match of the tournament against Floyd Central. You lost to them 2-1 during the year. All 3 goals were scored in the final 4 minutes, I believe, or last
3 minutes.
Last 3 minutes. I knew it was late. As you look at the sectional draw, getting Floyd Central first, your overall thoughts as far as the draw, and then obviously a very competitive match with Floyd Central during the year.
The draw itself is fine. I don't mind the opponent at all. I don't think there's a favorite in this sectional. If you look at conference records, we're 3-3. Floyd's 3-3. New Albany's 3-3. We all tied for third place. Jeff is 5-1. So I guess you could give them the nod as possibly the favorite. But when we played them, it was probably our worst night. So I didn't really care who we drew. We know who we have to play, and we're familiar with all the opponents, and that's fine with me. I think a couple of the boys were disappointed in the draw because we're going to have to go to Floyd Central 3 times if we continue to win. And that's a lot in a week, but it is what it is. The draw is there, and so I had to recenter their thinking. And one of the things that I suggested to them was, a couple of them said that we got the worst draw, and I said I think that's wrong. I think Floyd Central got the worst draw because Floyd Central has to play Seymour, and that has to be your mindset. We can't have the worst draw because we don't have to play us. And if we believe that we can win, if we're confident, and we go down there and we know that they have to beat us. I think that's better than us feeling like we have to pull something out of a hat and beat them. I would love nothing more than to go down there and win the first game, and then they have to continue to host us. I think that would be great because we've been the host. Absolutely. And lost the first game, and it sucks. So there's a lot to play for. Like you said, the 3 goals were all scored in the last 3 minutes. One was a penalty. One was with 30 seconds left. We had chances earlier in that game. We hit the post. Their keeper made 2 great saves at the start of the second half. So, it's going to be a good game. And if we execute our game plan like we did in the second half last night, then I think we'll be fine. If we play as individuals, which we started to a little bit in the first half, guys, I think wanted that senior night goal, and it kind of reminded me of the first few games when we were a little bit individuals. If we do that on Monday night, we're probably not going to succeed. So, that's our focus tomorrow. Is we're going to emphasize transition moments. When we win the ball, what do we do with it? When we lose the ball, what do we do with it? I think that's going to be a deciding factor. And then we're going to talk about, with those transitions, how do we attack with numbers and defend with numbers? And if I can get 11 guys on the field that are working really hard forward and backwards for 80 minutes, I think we're going to be successful. And if we have individual moments or we take plays off, then we're not. So that's the focus.
And I know last year doesn't mean anything, but it's nice to be the defending champs because you're up on that pedestal now where teams are looking at you as being the team to knock off, and that's a good feeling.
It is, but as a lifelong Cubs fan, I feel very uncomfortable being like the returning champion. I go back to one of the better teams that we had 7 years ago. We went undefeated in conference, and we had that target on our back. Yeah. Everybody wanted to beat us. And they beat us. We lost to Jeffersonville in the first round. You saw it this year. Jeffersonville, I think, took the loss to us last year in sectional final kind of hard. They came out here and beat us bad. Worst night we played. So I'm a little bit uncomfortable being the guy with the target. I like being an underdog. I don't think we are an underdog, but I would much rather have a chip on my shoulder than have people gunning for us. But it is nice. I mean, when they read the sectional draw on the TV and it said,
I saw that
defending champion Seymour, it's like, yeah, it's got a nice ring to it, but that doesn't mean anything. In fact, I told the boys not to wear the sectional shirts this year. I don't want them at practice. I don't want them on the game, like on the sidelines during games. Like that doesn't exist this year. This year's a different team, and we got to make sure that we go win. And like I said, I don't think there's any favorites, and I think there are teams that are going to remember that we won last year, but I don't think that's a motivating factor for us. This team's got to win. That's our job.
Right. Well, the Cubs won, so maybe that's a good sign. Right. Coach, best of luck Monday against Floyd Central. As always, appreciate talking with you. Again, best of luck next week.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it.
Again, that's our conversation with Seymour coach Matt Dennis. The Owls open sectional play Monday night. First match against Floyd Central. We'd love to see a big crowd of purple down at Highlander Park. And that is your Fall Sports Spotlight. More from Jennings County in a moment. Stay with us.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities LLC.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance, we are here when you need us.
Back here at Jennings County, where we are just about ready for second half action. The Owls in front by a score of 24-7, scoring on four straight possessions for their last four possessions. A field goal with 4 seconds to play. Essentially, all their points came in one quarter. They scored the field goal with 4.8 seconds to play in the first quarter, a 27-yard Adrian Medina field goal. And then the Owls scoring on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Max Coach to Trayshawn Hawkins. Hawkins ran it in from 9 yards out, and Seymour took advantage of a fumble late in the first half and capitalized on a 13-yard pass from Max Coates to Alex Milliken. Medina kicked all 3 extra points. Jennings County's lone score came on a 70-yard touchdown run by Cam Patterson with 5 minutes to play. And that's where we are here at halftime, with Seymour in front by a score of 24-7. Certainly, we talked with Coach Dennis. The boys soccer team opens sectional play on Monday. Girls soccer team will host the sectional this year. They will play against Jennings County on Friday night or Thursday night in the bye contest. The boys tennis team will advance now to play in the Columbus Regional. They're playing the East Central sectional winner, and I don't know if anybody listening knows who they might play on Tuesday from that area. We'll find out. But again, that's up at Columbus North on Tuesday. And the boys and girls cross-country teams will be running in the conference meet tomorrow at Floyd Central. So good luck to all the Seymour High School athletic teams in action. Set to kick it off. Here's a little pooch kick. Another nice catch there. They actually fooled it. They went with a different kicker, trying to catch the Owls off guard. And I think, even though they fooled it, I think they were offsides. Official is standing back there at the 40-yard line. Nope, I think he's just going to be in the... Anyway, Tyler Bobb is the one who caught the pooch kick. And that's where the Owls will start 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. I'm not sure what the discussion is. One of the officials coming over to the Jennings County sideline. Another official's going there. I don't know what. Seems to be a lot of discussions amongst this officiating crew. And there was a penalty against Jennings County, and I think it was on that kickoff. I think maybe that one kicker went across before the ball was kicked, so they fooled themselves. So give 5 yards, additional yards to the Owls, and they'll start at their own 43-yard line. Seymour will line up in the double slots this time. One receiver to the left, that's Milliken. Coates under center. He will hand to Hawkins. Trayshawn goes right up the middle, spins around, gets it across the 45 up to the close to midfield, 49-yard line. Good pickup of 6 on first down. And it will be a 2nd and 4 for the Owls. Boy, Trayshawn ran the ball hard in the first half. 2 touchdowns for T-Hawk, a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Milliken splits far to the left. Jackson lines up as the H-back to the right. Hawkins and Everett Jackson or Maddox Wallace in the backfield. Coates will hand to Jackson, sweep left, tries to turn the corner and is dragged out of bounds. Gets it across midfield. And we'll actually get it to the Jennings County 49-yard line. That'll still be 2 yards short of the first down. Plan to bring up a 3rd and 2 for Seymour at their own 49-yard line. Just underway, second half. Seymour in front, 24-7. Again, Milliken splits to the left. Coates is under center. Takes the snap. Hands to Hawkins. Left side, he's going to be short. Tried to bounce it back to the left, and he gets hit pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be, we'll keep it at the 49. It'll bring up a 4th and 2. And I don't think the Owls have any notion to punt the football. They're going to go for this. Not even a hesitation from Coach Moore. He called the play and gave it to Jackson Fox, who will run it in and relay it to Max Coates. So the Owls face with a 4th down and 2 at the Jennings County 49-yard line. They'll split 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hawkins next to Coates in the shotgun. Max going to run it, and he's got a first down across the 45. Wait at that time for the seal to be made on the right side, and he gets it down to the 45-yard line. That's a first down. That was kind of a slow developing play, but Max waited on that seal to be made and then hit the hole and easily picked up the first down. So a new set of downs at the 45 for Seymour. Back in the shotgun, Coates gives to Hawkins. Trayshawn bounces it to the right, gets it across the 40. And down about the 39-yard line. Another good pickup on first down. 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Boy, Seymour getting good yardage on first down tonight. In new center tonight for the Owls, Evan Von Haney playing center. At Diego Aguilar is playing the right guard position. Oh, high snap. I jinxed him. Over the head of Coates, and he will go back and fall on it at the 40-yard line. Just as I say a new center, the snap sails over the head of Max Coates, and Max goes all the way back to the 40-yard line. Well, I put that one on the announcer jinx right there, I guess. Wow. That's a loss all the way back to the 40-yard line of 21 yards. And it's going to be a 3rd and 25 from their own 40-yard line. Wow. 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Hawkins in the backfield with Coates. Max going to throw a screen to Jackson, and he's going to get hit back behind the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in, and it's going to be an illegal block or a holding against the Owls, but Jennings County will decline it, and it'll bring up a 4th down, and Seymour will have to punt the football away. Although Coach Moore standing there with the offensive unit on the field, but now they do bring the punt team on. So a drive that was starting to develop some momentum, but a bad snap over the head of Max Coates cost Seymour that time, and the Owls will be forced to punt. It'll be our first punt of the game. Jennings County lined up to punt on their very first possession. They tried to fake it, but didn't get it. This will be Seymour's first punt. Aaron Holt back in the field. He gets it away. It's a Nice kick that'll hit about the 37 and picked up by Jennings County's McCory at the 35, and he brings it up to the 41-yard line. Kind of a last-minute decision for McCory to get it, but he gets about 6 on the return, and Jennings County will start 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. 8:26 to play here in the third quarter. Seymour in front, 24-7. So the sophomore quarterback, Brady Franks, will lead his team out. Doesn't look like McCory is out there at one of the slots. It's Cam Patterson and Carson Lawson at the slots. And the Owls jump off sides, or were they brought into the neutral zone by the Jennings County? And it is an offsides on Seymour. That's the second time the Owls have been guilty of jumping off sides, trying to, they see the play that's coming and they try to jump into get a quick start, and cost them 5 yards, and Jennings County moves it up to the 46, 1st and 5. Double shots. Chase Cole, the fullback. Frank's going to run it behind Cole, tries to get the corner, and gets a couple yards. Charlie Bruce hits him and brings him down. We'll give him a yard up to the 47-yard line. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 for Jennings County at their own 47. Owls had good pursuit that time. Didn't let Franks turn the corner. This time McCory is back in at one of the slots, as is Patterson. Cole, the fullback. And that time, the Jennings County offensive lineman got a false start. So this time, Jennings County is guilty of the false start. And I'm not so sure he didn't get a head start on the previous play. Maybe not quite as evident. I could have swore he moved a little bit, and that's why the Owls jumped into the neutral zone. But Seymour was the one that got caught that time. There was no doubt the offensive guard moved before the ball was snapped. So move them back 5, and it's 2nd and 9 back at the 42. Again, Patterson and McCory are the slots. Chase Cole, the fullback. And they'll pitch it to McCory. Almost thought maybe he wanted to run it instead, or to pass it. Instead, he runs it up to about the 48-yard line. Good pickup of 6. Kind of threw it back there to him like he could have stopped to throw, but then he made a spin move back across the grain and gets 6 yards down to the 42, and will bring up a 3rd down for Jennings County, 3rd and 3. They'll keep the same formation, slots to either side, tight end to the left. The hand is to Patterson. He busts up the middle. He's close. I think he's got the 1st down. And there he does. So Patterson, at time just a straight, who went in motion, got the call, went right behind the center. And he needed 3, he got 3. 1st and 10, Jennings County at the Seymour 49-yard line. With all these run plays, though, the clock continues to move quickly. 6:20 to play here in the third quarter. This time the hand is to Carson Lawson around left end, and he is swallowed up for short gain. Maybe give him a yard. Good job over there by the Owls. Jacob Dow to run him out, and also Brody Sawyer. Give him the 47, so we'll give him 2. Bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Jennings County. As they come to the line again, the wing T formation, double slots. Fullback stands in front of the quarterback. This time the quarterback keeps it Franks, and he gets it down to the 45-yard line. Another short gain of 2 yards. We're going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Panthers at the Seymour 45-yard line. bring in looks like they're going to bring in an extra receiver in this time. Nope, they're just going to bring in, he's bringing an extra tight end, so double tight ends. Again, Frank's going to try to keep it, tries to bounce it to the right side. Flag comes down. Frank's all the way down inside the 30 and finally dragged out of bounds at the 26-yard line, but there's a flag back, and that is generally where they call holding. Let's see what the call is. He's going to wave it off. So he waves off the penalty. I don't get that. You threw a penalty. Yeah. You throw the penalty for a reason, and then you go confer with a couple other guys, and then you wave it off. I don't understand that. So the play counts, and Brady Franks picks up nice yardage all the way down to the Seymour 26-yard line. This time, McCory goes in motion. He gets the carry, sweep left. Hawkins giving chase, and Trayshawn will run him down from behind after a pickup of about a yard. Good pursuit that time by Trayshawn as he came all the way from the opposite side and chased down. And Jennings County has a second down at the 25-yard line. Again, in the shotgun is Franks. He will bounce it to the left side and gets hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time. And it'll bring up a third down for Jennings County at the 24-yard line. Third down and 9. Clock continues to move with 3:45 to play. Here in quarter number 3, the Owls in front by a score of 24-7. Screen pass set up, caught by Hernandez. Cuts it back up across the grain. Going to be short of the first down. Down to the 20-yard line. Maybe they'll give him inside the 20 to the 19. Nope, they'll put it right down at the 20. And he's going to be shy about 4 yards. So bring up a 4th down and 4 here for Jennings County at the Seymour 20-yard line. The Owls in front 24-7. 3 minutes and counting here to play in the third quarter. Again, double slots. McCory to the right and Patterson to the left. And it's a missed snap, missed handoff, and all the way back to the 35-yard line. The Franks has to fall on it. And now we got another flag, and we'll see what this is. This was well after the play. Franks able to jump back on it and tried to pick it up and then was tackled all the way back at the 35, and then a late flag came in. So let's see what this is. This crew is by far the biggest huddling crew I've ever seen. They throw a flag and then they discuss it with 2 other guys before they actually signal. Now all 5 guys are in there discussing what this penalty is. It does look like the Owls are going to have the football. Whatever the penalty is, the Owls are going to have the football, whether it's after the play. It's a dead ball personal foul against Seymour. And it'll be a first down for the Owls. So whatever the personal foul was, it came after the possession. Or will it? And now we're going to huddle up again. And now the all 5 officials. I don't know. Both offensive units are standing out on the field. Now it looks like Seymour's defensive unit's coming. No? And now we'll have another huddle. Okay, so it is a 15-yard penalty against Seymour. after the play was over, so maybe an unsportsmanlike penalty. They signaled personal foul, but it might have been unsportsmanlike. That probably was the more appropriate thing to say. So they'll mark 15 yards from where the Owls would have taken over, and they'll mark it all the way back to the 16. But Seymour will have the football 1st and 10 after the penalty. They'll split 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. In the shotgun is Coates. He's going to run it to the right side, to the short side of the field, and he gets about 5 yards. He has finally run out of bounds across the 20 to about the 20. Oh, that's on the far, all the way across the field, away, about the farthest away from my location. So I'm trying to figure out, they actually will mark him out of bounds shy of the 20, so not quite as much as I thought. So maybe just give him 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Again, the ball just inside the 20-yard line for Seymour. They'll split 2 receivers to the left, Jackson and Bruce. To the right is Milliken. Coates in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands to Hawkins, bounces it to the left side, and now he comes back to the right side. He's got yardage 30, 35. Hawkins is going to go 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, but there is a penalty flag on the play. Trayshawn Hawkins somehow found his way out of that Houdini of a jam, but that's going to be all for naught, as it's going to come back as a penalty flag is thrown, and I believe the Owls are going to be called for holding. And indeed, it's a holding penalty on the Owls that will nullify an 81-yard touchdown run. So, well, I'm not sure how Trayshawn got out of that. He came to the left. He fought a couple tacklers. Then he looked like he was going to be tackled again, and somehow came out of the pile. And once he came out of the second time, it was all gone. He was gone from about the 50-yard line on. But a penalty flag, that came from way back because I didn't see it until you motioned that, pointed at it. And so it is a penalty. It's a holding penalty, and that nullifies the touchdown. And the actual penalty happened to the point where the yard is the same as it was at the 19-yard line. Here's a jet sweep now to Everett Jackson. He tries to get around the right end and is brought down. So the penalty, the holding call, was 10 yards up the field, so it brought it back to the original line of scrimmage. And that time, Everett Jackson on the jet sweep, it actually was a forward pass. It'll go down as a pass completion for Jackson, but it gains nothing and brings up a 3rd down now for Seymour, 3rd and 8 at their own 20-yard line. Clock continues to move with 1:45 to play. Empty backfield. Coates back to throw. Rolls out to the right. Throws it to Hawkins. Trayshawn's got a 1st down in more. 40. 50. He's got one guy to beat. 40. And now he'll be run out of bounds. The defender back there kind of held him up long enough, made him juke a couple times where a couple other Jennings County players caught up. But that's a huge pickup on 3rd and 8. 51 yards. All the way down to the 29-yard line. Again, it was just a screen pass set up to Hawkins, and he used his speed on the right side, and it looked like he might have broke it, but the defender kind of made him stutter step a couple times trying to get around him, and then a couple defenders caught up to him and brought him down, but not before he picks up big yardage up to the Jennings County 29-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Back to throw his Coates. He wants to go for it all. He's got a receiver. It's caught. No, incomplete. Alex Milliken, the intended receiver, and a nice defensive play there by the cornerback. I thought for a moment Milliken was going to come up with it, but the defender back there with him may have got a hand on it at the last minute to knock it away. Incomplete pass. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Boy, that was a nice pass, though. Coach put that one on the money. I think the defender just got his hand in at the last minute.
Again, they'll split 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end to the right. Hawkins will get the carry, bounces it inside the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. Give him the 24, it looks like. We'll give him 5 on the carry. 3rd down and 5 for Seymour as the clock goes under a minute here in the third quarter. Neither team has scored in the third period. The score as it was at halftime. Seymour 24, Jennings County 7. But the Owls are moving with a 3rd down and 5 at the Jennings County 24-yard line. And unless this is an incomplete pass, it will be the final play of the quarter. Coach, go to run it right up the middle. Gets across the 20, the 15, the 10. He scoots into the end zone for a touchdown. Max Coach took it right up the middle. And once he got about the 15, he kind of high-stepped over a defender, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. That is a 24-yard touchdown run. And Max Coates extends Seymour lead now to 30-7, pending the extra points. Seymour took that drive all the way from their own 19-yard line. Had 1 touchdown called back due to a penalty. But Max Coates takes it in from 24 yards out. Medina in to kick the extra points. There's the snap. Ball is down, and the kick is blocked this time. Jennings County player came in from the end and swallowed up the extra points. With 20 seconds to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard, it's Seymour 30. Jennings County 7. You're listening to Seymour Football.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
So the Owls get the first points of the third quarter, and with 20 seconds to play, extend their lead now to 30-7. The extra point was blocked, so it stays at 30-7, and Jackson Fox has it teed up at the 40-yard line for the Owls. He's been pooch kicking most of the night, been doing an effective job with it. And Fox will tee it up. There's the pooch kick, and it's brought down at the 20. Up to the 30, it's McCory, 35. Spins around across almost to the 40-yard line. Nice return by Braden McCory as he gets it up to the 39-yard line where the Panthers will set up shop at 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 for Jennings County with 12 and a half seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Ball resting at their own 39-yard line. This time the Panthers line up with the receiver to the right. They have double slots. McCory, one of those slots. Franks in the shotgun. Franks will hand to Patterson. Patterson brings it right up the middle across the 45. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. Time has elapsed. After 3, it's Seymour 30, Jennings County 7. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
Jennings County with the football. First play from scrimmage here in the fourth quarter. Cam Patterson runs 4 yards up to the 48-yard line, where Jennings County will be faced with a 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter begins. Seymour in front by a score of 30-7 in the shotgun. And the snap, the hand is to Patterson. He bounces it right up the middle, reverses across midfield. That's a first down up to the Seymour 47-yard line. Pick up 4 yards. And that'll be a first down for Jennings County. Ball at the Seymour 47-yard line. Panthers have been stymied by the Owls defense most of the night. They broke that one long run in the second quarter, but that's been about it. And again, the Owls jump off sides. And that is the third time the Owls have jumped off sides, and they got to be doing something different down there for why that just doesn't seem right that they would jump like that every time. But doesn't look like Coach Moore is complaining too much, so it's a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5. In the handoff this time to McCory around the left end, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Alex Cisneros got him and held on for dear life. Also, Braden Riley right there as well. Nice job by 51 and 52 numbers for Seymour. They were both converging on the Jennings County runner. No yards. 2nd down and 5 for Jennings County at the 42-yard line of Seymour. In the shotgun, takes the snap. Going to keep it himself. Tries to bounce it to the left side. And again, Braden Riley got him from behind. Pickup of a yard. Jacob Dow was there as well to finish him off, but 3rd down coming for the Panthers at the Seymour 41-yard line. Again, Jennings County up to the line of scrimmage, double slots. The snap. The hand is to Cameron Patterson, and he reverses and is close and will have a first down as it gets it down to the 36-yard line. Looked like Nehemiah Jones brought him down. Might have taken a helmet to the knee as well. Comes up favoring that right knee, but we'll be okay. First down, Jennings County, down at the Seymour 36-yard line. Possession, though, taking up a lot of time, though. Snap, back to throw. Unloads down the field, and that's way out of bounds. Pass was intended for Nathan Harrison. Good coverage that time by Alex Milliken as he was stride for stride with Harrison, but the ball sails way out of bounds. First down or second and 10, back at the 36. Clock stops. First time that does that in a while. 9:12 to play here in the fourth quarter. In the shotgun. It's a double handoff. And oh, what a play by the Owls defense. Braden Riley. It was a double handoff, and Briley stayed home, and he walloped Patterson, who ended up getting the double handoff from McCory. That's a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up third down and 13 back at the 39. That's just a case there where Braden Riley stayed at home and did the job. Again, double slots. They'll actually line up almost trips receivers, but they'll bunch them up. Rolling out to the right is Franks. Got some pressure. Releases downfield. Almost picked off. Trayshawn Hawkins was giving chase, and Nehemiah Jones just about stepped in front of the receiver to pick it off, but it was out wide, and that'll bring up fourth down and 13, and I don't expect the Panthers to punt it. They'll go for it here and keep their offense out there with a 4th and 13 at the Seymour 39-yard line. Again, 2 receivers to the left, double slots. In the shotgun, back to throw is Franks. Rolls out to the right, heavy pressure again. He's now going to run it, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think finally it was Cisneros who caught up and ran him out of bounds and got him, and that's a turnover on downs as the Owls defense steps up and will put it down at the 41-yard line where Seymour will take over. 1st and 10. Again, Franks was under heavy pressure as he took the snap. Coach in shotgun. He has, or actually, no, Coach is under center. Hawkins and Jackson in the backfield. The hand is to Trayshawn. Bounces it to the right side. 50. He may go. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. No flags this time. Trayshawn Hawkins, one play, 59 yards. 59-yard touchdown run, and he got a block that time by, I think it was Cam Alcorn, who was back there with him in the backfield and made a great block to seal that side, and Hawkins does the rest, a 51-yard touchdown run. And the Owls on the board again as Medina comes in to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is good. On the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard, 8:04 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's Seymour 37, Jennings County 7. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Tired of being just another number at the big banks? At the People's Bank, you're more than an account. You're a neighbor, a friend, and part of the community. We know your name when you walk in, and your goals matter to us. Switch today and experience banking the way it should be. Local decisions, personalized service, and people who truly care. Big banks see customers. We see family. Stop by one of our 4 locations to make the switch today. The People's Bank. Banking with heart. Banking where you belong. Member FDIC.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
One play, 59-yard drive, and it was a 51-yard. No, 59. One play, 59-yard touchdown run by Trayshawn Hawkins. And the Owls in control now, 37-7. As Jordan Fox squib kicks it down the field, picked up by McCory at the 30, up to the 35, and he runs out of bounds at the 45-yard line, where Jennings County will start 1st and 10. Owls on their way to their first victory of the 2025 season. Next Friday night, they will play their final regular season home game as a welcome in New Albany to Bullitt Stadium. New Albany playing Jeffersonville tonight. Of course, the big game in the conference tonight was Bedford North Lawrence at Floyd Central. Both teams unbeaten in Hoosier Hills Conference. And there's the handoff to Patterson, and he is drilled right at the line of scrimmage. Marking down right at the 45-yard line and bring up a 2nd down and 10. Clock moving, 7:20 to play here in the final period. Double slots, receiver to the right. Snap to Franks. He's going to try to run it around left end. Again, the Owls pursue it really nice and hold him to a minimal game. We've called his name a lot tonight, Alexis Cisneros. Alex Cisneros. And I think we got a Seymour player that is slow to get up. And I'm not sure who that is, but it's right down here in front of the Jennings County sideline, and the Jennings County players are all standing there, and it looks like it might be a cramp or it's a knee issue of something for whoever that might be. Well, we got a break in the action, 7:15 to play. Want to pass along information I asked earlier. I didn't know who the Seymour tennis team would play, and thanks to Bud for the information. They'll play either Batesville or East Central. Those two teams will play it tomorrow morning at 9:30 for the tennis sectional championship. Batesville won the regular season matchup 5-0. So unless something drastically changes, it would be Batesville. Of course, Columbus North will be the heavy favorite in that. I wouldn't say heavy favorite, but they'll certainly be the favorite in that regional. They would play the Scottsburg winner. And the regional semifinals are Tuesday, with the final on Wednesday. Again, the handoff this time is to Cam Patterson. By the way, the injured Seymour player was Brody Sawyer, and he was able to run off the field under his own power. I think it was just a cramp. In the meantime, Cam Patterson is hit right at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 4th down for Jennings County at their own 48-yard line. Clock moving with 6:45 to play here in the 4th quarter. And the Panthers keep their offense out there and will go for it on 4th down. Back to throw is Franks. Here comes the pressure. He's forced out of the pocket. And now he throws it down the field, and it's incomplete. Had a receiver open, but he just overthrew him, intended for Cameron Patterson, but Franks just overthrew him a little bit. And the Owls will take over 1st and 10 at the Jennings County 48-yard line with 6:23 to play here in the 4th quarter. Charlie Bruce, Everett Jackson split to the left. Milliken and Fox to the right. In the shotgun is Coates. Hawkins to his right. Actually, I take that back. It's Cam Alcorn to his right. He gets the carry up the middle. And down to the 35-yard line. So Cam Alcorn carries the ball down to the 36-yard line. I beg your pardon, that is Jordan Green. They have two number 4s on the roster, and I think I think it's Jordan Green, so I apologize. It's Jordan Green. And he gets the carry again and gets it across the 35-yard line. Cam Alcorn, a freshman, but that looks more the build of Jordan Green. Would you agree with that? Okay. We'll both agree to that. So Jordan Green, the ball carrier, down to the 32-yard line. Well, that's a first down carry. 1st and 10 at the 32. Clock moving as we hit the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. They'll split 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Green, the running back, next to Coates. The hand is to him. He bounces it to the right side and fights his way down to the 24-yard line. Good pickup there of 8 yards. And that's enough for the first down. And we'll move the sticks, as we'll have a 1st and 10 at the Jennings County 24-yard line. In 2 receivers split to either side. Green, the running back, next to Coates. Max going to throw a screen pass to Jackson. He's at the 20, the 15, and brought down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, and the Owls will have it 1st and goal with 4:14 to play. Touchdown for the Owls, and we'd officially be in the running clock category, although we've only got 4 minutes to play, so it wouldn't be much, but it would officially get it into the running clock category. I never thought we would have got there about the 5-minute mark of the second quarter when Jennings County scored to make it 10-7. But the Owls, after that, have rebounded and have been in control. There's the handoff, and this time Green goes nowhere. Second down and 10. They'll mark it right at the, nope, they'll actually lose a couple yards. So we'll make it 2nd and 12. House actually can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Coates with Green to his left. He's going to keep it himself. Max up the middle, fights his way forward inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Read option that time, and Coates keeps it and gets it all the way down to the 3. That'll be a couple yards short of the first down, but bring up a 3rd and 2 at the 3-yard line. Seymour taking a lot of time to get the play in and running time off the clock. Again, receiver split to the right, 2 to the left. Jordan Green, the running back, next to Coates. He'll get the carry, bounces it to the left side, and gets hit and brought down. And that'll be a loss of a yard to bring up a 4th down. And let's see what Coach Tyson Moore does, if he keeps the offense in there or he tries a field goal, obviously within field goal range, but he's standing there talking. I think he's debating right now. He's talking with a couple coaches. he may take this down and call a timeout and then decide, nope. He sends Max back out with the play. The play clock is under 10. He's going to have to hurry. They sprint to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 3, 2, does get the call off. The hand is to Green up the middle, but before that, a whistle blows. And they go to call offsides on Jennings County. I guess they had to blow it dead. So that'll be an offsides call, and it'll be half the distance to the goal and bring it closer. I think Green would have had it into the end zone had that play been allowed to continue, but it was blown dead, so it'll bring up a third down. Although the down marker says 4, it can't be fourth down if it was offsides on the defense. Oh, it was fourth down. Never mind. Duh. It was fourth down. So now it's fourth down at the 2-yard line. 4th and 1. Clock still moving, though, with 1:30 to play. Coach stands there and waits until it gets under 10. Now he sets his team. Takes the snap, hands to Green, and he is stopped short of the goal line, but I think he got the first down. He did. He was actually stopped short of the goal line, but he got the first down. So now the Owls have a 1st and goal at the 1, and I think now they'll probably just take a knee. Well, let's see if they do. If they try to run up, well, they could just take a knee here, but it looks like they're going to try to run it. Coates has it. Hands to Green, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. So the touchdown run by Jordan Green, I'm sorry. So Jordan Green with the touchdown run of 1 yard. Medina's in to kick the extra point. It's now 43-7. And we'll have a running clock for the final 54 seconds. And the clock continues to move now on the extra point. We learned last week when the clock stops on a running clock. Mr. Matt Winicky shared that information with us. There's the snap, kick is away, and the kick is good. And let's see if they learn it. Yep, 33 seconds to play. It's now Seymour 44, Jennings County 7. Back with the final 33 seconds in a moment.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your fairy tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous fairy tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love from the Tooth Fairy.
New Legacy Wealth Management understands the significance of financial planning and the impact it has on your future. Our location in Seymour, New Legacy Wealth Management, makes it easy to navigate your needs. Hi, I'm Matt DeSablon, and together we can personalize financial strategies, helping you with retirement, education, savings, and investment growth. Working with a professional not only ensures you're making informed decisions, peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy Wealth Management. To start building your legacy today, call us at 812-271-2000.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Seymour's place for live entertainment is Jackson Live and Event Center. Check out this schedule coming up on Friday, October 10th. J.D. Shelburne. 7 p.m., Greg Perkins and the Jackson Live Band, Saturday, October 11th. Jimmy Allen, Thursday, October the 23rd. And make plans now to attend Seymour Strikes Midnight, New Year's Eve celebration at Jackson Live and Event. For tickets to all of these events and more, log on to jacksonliveandevents.com.
Jennings County, where the kickoff is set deep. And we come back long enough, but Corey returns it up to the 10-yard line. The clock continues to move, and I don't think we're going to get another play off. So I think that's going to be the final play of the game was the kickoff, and indeed it is. So the Owls finally get that first elusive victory of 2025 as they come in here to Jennings County and dominate this game from about the 5-minute mark. Panthers scored a touchdown with 5:14 to play to make it 10-7 at the time, but the Owls then went on a 24-0, outscored them 24-0 the rest of the way, and win it. Final score: Seymour 44, Jennings County 7. Back to start our postgame show in 2 minutes. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back here at Jennings County, where the Owls get the victory tonight by a final score of 44-7, claiming their first victory of 2025. They're now 1-6 on the year, while Jennings County officially drops to 3-4 with the loss. And this game, again, was dominated about midway through the second quarter, and the second half was completely dominated by the Owls. Seymour jumped in front early after each team were stopped on their opening possession. Jennings County on down, Seymour on an INT. On the Owls' second possession, they started from their own 33, drove down, and settled for a 27-yard field goal by Adrian Medina with 4 seconds to play in the first quarter. And the Owls led 3-0 after one period of play. It stayed that way until the 6:07 mark of the second quarter, when Seymour got a 28-yard pass from Max Coates to Trayshawn Hawkins. The extra point by Adrian Medina was good, and the Owls led 10-0. But Jennings County would answer that touchdown with their touchdown run of their own, a 70-yard touchdown run, a two-play drive. And Cameron Patterson broke a tackle about the 40-yard line and then went the distance to give Jennings County the score. The extra point was good, and with 5:14 to play, it was 10-7 in favor of Seymour. But the Owls answered that touchdown run, and that was important. They came right back with a drive of their own. It was capped off by a 9-yard touchdown run by Trayshawn Hawkins. Extra point was good with 2:06 to play. It was 17-7. And then what I think may have been the biggest play of the game, could have been the biggest play of the game, was a fumble by Jennings County late in the first half. Seymour recovered the fumble
and they capitalized on a 13-yard pass play from Max Coach to Alex Milliken. That made it 24-7 at halftime. And then the Owls really dominated the second half. Got a 24-yard touchdown run from Max Coates, a 59-yard run by Trayshawn Hawkins, and then a 1-yard run by Jordan Green to officially put the scoring in the final at 44-7. We're joined by Seymour coach Tyson Moore. Our coach's comments brought to you by Prosser School of Technology. And Coach, first of all, congratulations. I know it's always. I know we didn't want to wait till week number 6, but week number 7, but we got that first elusive win, and I know it feels good for those kids.
Yeah, 6 weeks of pent up frustration. It is. It's nice to finally get one in the win column. So I wasn't happy at halftime because I wasn't happy with how we started, but I was pleased with how we executed at the end of both halves. Still some things we got to continue to clean up because I think we got complacent out there. And I told our guys complacency is the greatest threat to excellence. And it is. If you whenever you get complacent, you start to do things the wrong way. You take your foot off the gas pedal, and bad things can happen. And but I'm proud of our guys tonight finally getting one because that does help. It helps our morale because our morale has been kind of low, and it definitely helps build that morale back up as we go into the final 2 games of the season.
You said in our pregame interview, I asked you what you thought the key was, what you wanted to see us accomplish, and you flat said we had to run the football, and we did that tonight.
Yeah, we did, and unfortunately, we had some big ones called back. We did some things out there that I wasn't happy with. A couple blocking the back calls. We had some missed blocks, but I tell you what, number 3, man, he's really good at football. Trayshawn Hawkins is really, really good at football, and he had an amazing night tonight. And even Max had a big touchdown on one of our keeps. But offensive line, I thought we did some good things in the late in the first half, and then again in the second half, adjusting to some things that they were doing against us to stop us that we didn't see previously. So that's part of football. You got to be able to make adjustments, and they were throwing some new things at us that were getting us. So we just had to correct those. But it definitely gonna have some good film work in the morning because, like I said, we've got to continue to clean some stuff up. It did hurt us tonight losing Maddox. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but it didn't look good. So Jordan Green, number 4, he's worked his way back in the rotation. And, our running back room is very, very thin right now. And we got to make sure we're doing the best we can to keep guys healthy and being able to run what we're able to run.
Well, Coach Wolf is just coming down from up top. So let me just compliment the defense because I thought they were exceptional tonight. I thought a couple of guys, I thought Alex Cisneros was in the backfield about as much as the Jennings County running backs were.
Well, him and Brody played a really good game, and Braden Riley played a really good game. I thought up front we did really well controlling the gaps, setting the edge, which that's always the key to great defense is having guys that can set the edge. And I thought we did a better job of that tonight.
Obviously, again, you get a victory. Everybody, it does a lot for the morale. Like you said, it gives you some confidence. But we're playing a New Albany team next Friday that they've had their struggles. And, it's another opportunity to play well and have an opportunity for some success.
Yeah, and, again, getting a win tonight, always a huge, huge plus as you go into the next week. It makes those film sessions on Saturday a lot easier. It makes a lot of things a lot easier. But as I told our guys in the huddle after we broke after the game, I said, we can't be satisfied with this and let off the gas pedal. We got to have another good week of practice. I think I said it on the show earlier in the week that it's probably one of our better high energy weeks we'd had all year. And you think, well, shoot, we're 0-6 and having a high energy practice, but I think that's what the guys needed. So if we can stack 2 and 2 together, man, that'd be huge going into the final week.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks, man. Go Owls.
The Owls win it, final score of 44-7. We're back to wrap things up in just a moment. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Tired of being just another number at the big banks? At the People's Bank, you're more than an account. You're a neighbor, a friend, and part of the community. We know your name when you walk in, and your goals matter to us. Switch today and experience banking the way it should be. Local decisions, personalized service, and people who truly care. Big banks see customers. We see family. Stop by one of our 4 locations to make the switch today. The People's Bank. Banking with heart. Banking where you belong. Member FDIC.
Many people do not know that our eyes tell a lot about our health. That is why at Connor Smith Eye Center, Dr. Smith, Lambring, and Brooks believe it is very important to have a complete eye exam once a year. If you are diabetic, you are more likely to develop retinal damage to the eye. With a regular eye exam, your eye doctor can monitor the symptoms leading to this problem. Do not wait until it's too late. Visit their website at connorsmitheyecenter.com for more information or call for an appointment today, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Back here at Jennings County, where the Owls get the victory tonight by a final score of 44-7. It's time to name our family drug play of the game. And I'm going to go with the fumble tonight that Braden Riley recovered. I thought that was huge because at the time it was 17-7. The Owls, you never know how things, but then you get the fumble, and the Owls turn that into points, kind of a huge momentum builder to end the first half. And that made it at that point, at that touchdown, 24-7. So we'll go with that fumble recovery at the end of the first half there as our family drug play of the game. And our players of the game, couple tonight, Trayshawn Hawkins just ran the ball tremendously, as Coach says. And again, I don't have stats, but he was up over 100 yards tonight without a doubt. Thought he ran the ball extremely well. And then on defense, called his name all night, Alex Cisneros. He was in the backfield. It seemed like he was back there more than the Jennings County running backs were. So we'll go with those two guys as our Connor Smith Eye Center players of the game, Alex Cisneros and Trayshawn Hawkins. So, again, good night for the Owls. Good night all around. Congratulations to the Seymour boys tennis team. They got a sectional championship tonight, beating Trinity Lutheran 4-1. So congratulations, Coach P.J. Stein and the Seymour Netters, as they will now advance to play in the regional on Tuesday. Good luck to the boys and girls soccer teams this coming week, sectional play. And good luck to the boys and girls cross-country teams tomorrow as they run in the Hoosier Hills Conference meet at Floyd Central. My thanks tonight to the Jennings County Athletic Director, Joe Hartwell, for the hospitality as always. My thanks to you for listening. And invite you to join us again next Friday night as the Owls will be home. Regular season finale home game against New Albany. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock with the pregame. 7 o'clock kickoff. Don't forget about the Tyson Moore Show Thursday night at 6 o'clock. Again, the final tonight. It was Seymour 44, Jennings County 7. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night.